Hi, welcome to Mad Chats and Recaps with myself and Tasha.
Hello.
Hello, hello. Um,
Hello.
these are the recaps for the week of February the 13th through the 19th of 2023. And as always, let's start off with the Forsaken. On the last Forsaken, our adventurers worked their way through the library and oh, wait a minute. Yes, never mind. For a second, I thought I had the wrong one pulled up. It's fine. Our adventurers made their way through the library and its maze of rooms. With Riesler's necklace, a path appears through the endless bookshelves. But not before the shelves start breaking apart and begin floating in the hollowed out space of the never ending room. As they began jumping and climbing to the next door, Tegan pulled out the magic carpet that they obtained quite some time ago. Uh, with the carpet, they move quickly on, finding another room with three mysterious doors. The first two chosen doors lead to danger. The third door led them to pockets of reality disjointed from their own. Each adventurer individually faced the possibly life-altering decision on whether to continue to stand by their friends in the battles to come or to turn on their friends in exchange for promises of safety from the library, each deciding to continue to support each other. Yay. They all found themselves in the next room together. Eventually, they found their way to a long hallway with row after row of books, and Bethel addressing them as they approach.
Bethel.
Bethel is the head of the library. So, yes. Yeah.
Bethel.
Pretty much all signs have been pointing to a standoff. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Bethel.
Yeah. We'll see. Do you know a Bethel, Tasha?
I don't know.
Okay.
It just sounds like a Becky.
A Becky? A
Bethel?
Bethel?
Wow. Okay. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yep. I'll show you. I'll even show the mini.
Show me
It's
Bethel.
not fully painted. I still have a lot to work on, but here's the miniature for Bethel.
Okay. I stand corrected. Bethel is badass because there's a skull at the end of that spell.
Not a Becky.
Not a Becky. She is a
More like a Heather.
Bethel.
You know. I mean, like I'm thinking like what is it, the Heathers. Yeah, that's it, Heathers.
Sure.
With the 3 Heathers.
Yeah.
Or Carrie?
Right.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Anyways, that's that. Tasha, what happened during the last Sundered Fate?
So much happened.
Okay.
So much.
All right.
Okay. So, our adventurers, all except Tuna anyway, are caught off guard in their sleep as humanoid wolves attack their inn. They fight with everything they have in the confined spaces of their inn rooms.
Ooh.
And though everyone except Dia suffers scrapes and bites, they emerge victorious. And with a new friend by the name of Kianava, which she appeared in Kyr's Lament, and I'm pretty sure Stormfall at some point, possibly.
Yes. Yeah.
Forever ago. Anyways, we stand Kianava. They're amazing. They escape through the bedroom window and find the Archfey, Cersei, passing a ritual to abate the attack and heading out into the forest to find and deal with the source of the problem. They assist the townsfolk with healing and aid, and Feora replaces her medallion reward from the festival with a weapon of warning and has one of her spiders awakened via a fortune teller. And everyone has a fortune told whether they were looking for it or not. Mm-hmm. As the recovery efforts wind down, our friends head back to get some proper sleep. Kianava asked to travel with them for safety reasons. And rest falls over our friends as Dia has some very vivid dreams that may be more than meets the eye. Yeah, those dreams, man.
Dreams were not great, I take it.
Nope.
I missed that part of the
Nope.
episode.
No, it was interesting.
Oh
It was
boy.
interesting.
Oh boy.
The Kianava's back.
Kianava. Now that's the one with
Yeah,
that's the one with the picture with the different animals, right? That he shows.
that's Cersei.
Well, that's Cersei. Okay. I
Yes,
think
we call
like
her Dommy Mommy,
okay.
because those animals, I guess, wronged
Oh, that's
Cersei, and so
right.
she turned them into animals, and like they do her bidding, which we love Cersei. Kianava, I'll send you a picture.
Okay.
Dan put it in the chat, and I was like, "This looks familiar."
Oh.
Doesn't it? Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that she made a an appearance on Stormfall as well. So that's
I
super
believe so.
exciting.
Yep. Yep.
So, we didn't have In Extremis this past week, but on our last episode of In Extremis, Ashavar, Grundy, and Cassius learned that the Guardian can guide them to an island where they can access the Dream Realm. And they ask Vic if they can put into the Dream Realm via one of his rituals, to which he agrees to do later that night. Let me switch over the marker here. There we go. They then meet up with Zia and Bryleth that have discovered the secrets of the fourth basement floor, a room that pertains to the world's end. McCall is the key to accessing the world's end, and it requires 4 components of ancient technology and the touch of Zia's father to activate it all. Bryleth stresses over the fate of Liasana, and Zia learns the true origins of the Omega Curtains and the Omega Sea, as well as her heritage in the line of Celestials from the overgod Au. They decide to leave for now and lock everything behind them and head to the scrying room to see if they can spy on Liasana. The venture is successful, and they see her shaking hands with several Order of Spectre members atop the upper island on Simhazy Isle. Meanwhile, the cursed stuffed doll that Ashavar had in her bag um, is now missing. Ashavar notices. So there's just a random doll running around. It's okay. It's fine.
No.
Yeah, it's okay. It'll be fine. It'll work out.
Nope. No. Nope.
But yeah, should be interesting. We're still on the island of McCall right now in Extremis, and have a couple other places to go. They have this whole realm of dream things that will be happening, so that's super exciting. Yeah, so hopefully we'll get to play this Saturday. Um, all right. Well, that's all of the recaps that we have for you this week. We don't, as far as we know from our records, we don't have any birthdays this week. But if it's your birthday and we don't know, happy birthday. We appreciate you being here. No really, crazy new announcements. We have our merch store on the website at madbirdsdreams.com. Check out our newest campaign on Tuesday night, Sundered Fate at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. And we'll have another one starting at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on Fridays here in just a couple of months. So that's super exciting as well. All right, friends. Well, myself and Tasha, we will see you next time. We'll see you in Twitch. We'll see you in Discord. And yeah, again, we'll see you next time. All right. Bye.
Bye.
Is Sarah gonna be here?
No.
Okay. Okay.
Hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, Rebel said they can't hear you.
Why did it do that? Here we go. Well, maybe now. Yeah. I don't know why my cool little button press, my stream deck didn't unmute that. Anyway, I was
Mine
saying
didn't
hi.
work.
You'll notice that we have the true ruler, boss of DM of Madbird here, doing a compliance audit tonight. Yeah, but I can't wait to get caught up. We had so much happen last session. At the very end of last session, our sky pirates here used that huge, the monolithic, almost beholder-esque, scrying plated orb to scry on Liazana, where they found her in the upper portions of, gosh, what's it called? It's not Stavney. It's too many island names. Hazy Isles. Shaking hands with folks that had the tattoos of the Order of Spectres. She and Bryleth, no, not Bryleth, Sirik. Ooh, memories right. It usually just never comes around. Like 2 second loop tonight. This is great.
Don't jinx it.
Yeah. Between last session and this, our crew members had a little oh no, it's gone. Huddle. Yeah, to discuss everything they saw and felt it best with all this fresh information, this Dracus and that crazy town Dracolith from Atmos, and Liazana shaking hands with Order of the Spectres, and all the different things coming from everything they've learned here in the island, to take Alienor Sunray up on her request to come to Glurblglck, the cloud giant island, and regroup, share information, regroup, figure out exactly what to do next, and what it is, try and disseminate all this information. Otherwise, I would say that morning has passed by for them, or we'll just say y'all got to rest that night, and the next morning, or the evening has come around rather, because it was the evening time that Ashavar, I believe Ashavar, Deontay, and Grundy were hoping to partake in Vic's trial for a practice run into the dream realm. Ashavar having a vision that this nightmare monster was lost and its mind twisted, and it needed an Everbloom to aid it. Everbloom's only found in the deepest recesses of the dream realm. So I'll take it for that evening time. I'm gonna say, does anyone have anything that they'd like to roleplay out as Vic is setting up dinner time that next evening or that evening? Vic puts together a tasty meal. Maybe with Zia's help. I know Zia was working a fair bit in the kitchen there. And you're all beckoned to the table to eat. Is there anyone that's not attending dinner tonight?
I think Cassius would still be in the library.
Okay.
Now that he found like that cool search function, I don't think he'd be able to like tear himself away a little bit. Probably just be in there.
Okay. Nice. Right. In that case, Bryleth, Grundy, Zia and Ashavar and Synestaire have found their way to dinner time. Synestaire oddly a little quiet, not really touching his wine tonight. Just a little quiet off to the side. Ashavar flipping through some books excitedly, eagerly, while eating some food. Ashavar, wow. There's a lot of interesting. I should probably be talking to Grundy since Grundy's another person going. Did you see this, Grundy? Like, there's some wild stuff in that dream realm. This is interesting. I'm excited. Are you?
Excited and nervous. New things are always exciting because opportunity to learn something, but I've long since learned that with new knowledge comes new dangers.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Kind
very
of like
wise.
light elbowing. Yeah. Especially with this crew, right?
Yeah. We just never seem to miss a bump in the road.
Well, at least we have this place to come back to and relax. At least.
Yep. I'm just gonna bring some food up to Cassius real quick. I'll come back down, but I'm sure he's just, yeah. I mean, he's been that way all day. You don't want him to forget to eat. So,
Yeah, that would be a good idea. He had a slight manic look to him.
very focused.
Yes, he may have well forgotten to eat or drink or shower.
All right. So she'll excuse herself and head on up to do that. Grundy, Bryleth, Zia kind of file in to join you.
Oh, hello.
Hey.
Food, eat.
Yeah.
Ashavar's. That was Ashavar I was talking to, right? Brain,
Yeah.
brain, no, brain don't go burr. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. What are y'all talking about?
Well, we were talking about the interesting stuff in the books, and then Ashavar remembered, and I remembered after it mentioned it, that Cassius is in the library and may have well forgotten to eat. Is that a habit of his?
Well, I mean, it kind of depends whether or not he's building a dog or, a safe or
Dog?
a tub, or I don't know what else he's built. He's built a lot of things. He's probably
But a
building
dog,
something
though.
right now, statistically.
But a dog, though.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Fascinating. He
Yeah.
starts scribbling in his little notepad as he's eating.
He might make one again if you ask him. But like, I wouldn't be too forward about it,
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't just ask somebody to make a dog. Like, it's kind of an odd request. But
Yeah.
so, did you have any luck with the Nightmare Beast?
Well, from what it looks like, we will have to venture into this place called the Dream World, the Dreamscape, and to find a rare flower known as the Everbloom. And apparently that's what's going to help that network creature. So Cassius is up in the library now, researching as much as he can on everything about it, as well as I'd imagine he's also looking for safe ways to get us in and out.
Yeah.
How goes with your end of the after the whole secret room, secret tunnel thing? Hallway tunnel?
Zio kind of glance at Bryleth and see how she's kind of processing things.
Bryleth seems very just kind of not really paying attention. Just kind of to herself a bit. You can tell that like she's thinking. It's not like a disassociation. It's not like a like zoning out. It's more or less that she's just thinking about something really hard and just kind of like looking down at her food and poking at it.
I think Zia would probably kind of misread that as like, maybe this is the wrong direction to go in, and it'll kind of pull back to the dream conversation and be like, you know, who knows a lot about, dreams, is Vic. Like,
Oh, really?
yeah, even Bryleth did a ritual with Vic once.
Oh.
Didn't you, Bryleth? Like,
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did.
So is it safe? Yeah, Grundy I am actually doing what Grundy would do, kind of nervously, like scratch at the collar. Like, is it safe?
Yeah, it was like, well, I mean, for me, it was like a big hug, kind of. I know that Liazana did it too, and she saw something that was a little unsettling, I think. But I think it just depends.
So we have to enter into it with a particular mindset or a blank slate, if you will.
yeah, Zia's just like totally forgetting that Liazana also went in and is just like, oh no. I brought that up to try to bring this away from that, and now and it's like, I think it might be worth just talking to Vic, because like I don't want to assume that, like, all dream rituals are the same, or like that's the same thing as the dream realm, because I've never heard it called that before. Like Vic's never really used that language, but it seems like he knows a lot about it, so it might be worth. Do you want me to just call him over, maybe?
Yeah, and from here we could definitely call Cassius down, right? We're within range.
I'll cut
Yeah,
over. You call Vic over, and he starts filling you in. He's happy to talk about it.
I'm kind of relaying everything to Cassius through the mind link as well.
Okay.
Since if he doesn't come down.
Gotcha. Upstairs, Cassius Ashavar, joins with a plate of food. And hey, find anything else exciting?
I found so many things, and he's just gonna be filing through the system, and his eyes are gonna be like super sunken in. It's like, and then he'll like, oh, he'll put his hand out. I should eat something.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure, it's some water, and puts a big glass of water down.
Actually, I'm gonna take this downstairs. I need interaction, people interact, and then he'll start walking down with his tray of food and his water, just trying to like process everything.
Nice. She'll follow it. Vic's begun explaining some of the process to y'all downstairs when Cassius and Ashavar walk in.
Hi everybody. Did you know this is the library. There's a lot of books. Food, and then he's gonna like sit down and start eating to kind of like get himself back together.
Grundy will lean in, like just close, like about yay much from Cassius's face. Follow my finger.
Cassius is gonna lean back. It's like, oh, thank you.
Just making sure. I've seen people get stuck in their books.
And
I speak from personal experience.
I got you, like Grundy. I just need a little time. But I do want to be around everyone. I didn't want to isolate myself anymore.
Not a problem. Well, Vic's explaining about the dream ritual.
Oh, and Cassius will like scoot coaster, like to get to where they're talking, so he can hear everything.
Right.
You were saying, Vic?
Vic will kind of carry through and describe. Right, so and this is just a bit of a practice run, so it'll be fairly short, just to experience the dream realm and sort of get your air legs, as it were. You'll actually inhabit your dreamer's avatar when you sleep. That's when you sleep and you dream, you're in your avatar that exists there in the dreamscape. It's just sort of not used and not really there when you're awake. So you'll be in an actual proper little shell you're supposed to be in with this. When you go for real, it's a bit different. That's a different ritual. If you're looking to, as it's been explained to me, what you're pursuing is going to take you a fair bit in. I'll for the second ritual, you'll actually have to project your astral self in so that you can traverse the plane where we need to go, and that's a bit more dangerous. But we'll get to that when we get to that. For now, I think I'll set up the that bathing room down below. Well, I guess you're here at the house, so it's an even larger bathing area. There's some ink with some chemical components in it that all help you get in the right state of mind for this journey. And there's going to be a lot of heat, sort of like a sauna. There'll be hot stones and such steam. Just keeps the body and the mind and that right where you want it for this sort of dream walking. And I'll be able to take you. I'll go with you as far as it's sort of known as the way station, sort of a starting point when you travel to the realm of dreams, outside of just dreaming. Sort of help guide you, and Ashavar spoke of their own guide on the plane. We'll probably meet them there. It can look like many different things, as much as a dreamscape can. But it's most often represented as a place where people gather, especially related to a journey. So campsites, inns, taverns, things of that sort. That's about it. And from there, we'll just take a wee step or two into the dream realm. There's a lot of changes that happen pretty quickly. So it can be a bit disorienting. This will get you set up so when you truly travel, you won't be doing it at a disadvantage. But it'll only take me an hour or so to get things prepared. So think of any questions you might have. Enjoy your meal. Zia did most of the cooking this evening. It's fantastic. So enjoy.
Oh, you're giving me too much credit.
Oh no. It's delicious.
While you're preparing, I think, and Zia will take a look at Bryleth, kind of trying to see if she's also going to go to the dream realm, kind of, or how she's feeling about it. I don't know if she's able to read that from your expression, Steph.
No, she's probably again still probably only like half paying attention.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Zia's gonna basically ask Bryleth, hey, we're getting kind of ready to head out and to go to Glurblglck, which instead of, with them in the dream realm, which we can kind of help pack up the ship maybe together. Maybe that would be a good time, like just to get our mind off of things.
Sure. That sounds fine.
Okay. Good luck in the dream realm. Don't die.
The Vic heads off to, I'm just going to send Message. All right, Steph, that's a message for you real quick. Vic heads off to get things prepped for Cassius, Grundy, and Ashavar. The rest of you are able to finish up. Dinner's going by. Everyone's filling their bellies and such. And I'm just gonna wait a quick sec to see if we disperse or not. Okay. All right.
Does that make sense?
Yes, 1000%.
Okay.
Thank you. And so Bryleth agrees to go with Leon down to the ship to start like packing things up, cleaning things up. All right, I'm gonna start with the dream realm stuff, and then we'll jump over. So everything goes as Vic said it would. This room is set up to be really fucking hot. Like there's several of those steam things, the hot rocks, and it's little spectral ghosts that support like inside magnificent mansions are here. They just keep that going. It's sort of a large open bath, like a bathhouse almost, because the house is so big. But you're each kind of set up in your own area, and you have like your swim trunks and stuff to get in, so you can be comfortable. And this paint, it's all Vic says you can decide how you need to paint it on their face. That gets things into the bloodstream pretty quickly. But you can decide, if you have any certain way you wish to do it. Do any of you have like a certain like face paint setup you want? All right, Cassius, I'll check with you if you've got, or I can come back if you're gonna reference some stuff.
Oh yeah. I was trying to find my
Yeah. That's cool.
The Cassius would kind of make like a paint design that's like an arrow going down, like his face, kind of like this, like all the way down. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool, you get that done. You got the mirrors there. It sets up. Perfect. Grundy, anything for you? Love it.
Nothing super fancy. Just following because the silver streak starts from here. So just gonna follow the paint down like so, down the half of the face, and then 2 lines this way.
Oh, okay. Right. Ashavar is gonna do her sort of like, I think, heavy around the eyes with like tears kind of look, and then like a sort of an outline painted down the sides. Looks moderately vicious. But you all get in. Vic does his, and he gets in as well. And he starts sort of a guided meditation. That brings you all to, feels as though you're in. It's not a super comfortable place. It's kind of like when it's just too hot in a house and the AC isn't working the way it should, and you're just like uncomfortable. But the water in the bath is cool enough to help oppose the heat of the rest of the room, and you all begin slipping out of consciousness. And one by one, you find yourselves first hearing sounds of chirping, crickets, and other forest critters. And then indeed a lush green forest comes into view. You're in the very edge of the dreamscape. And you each have to walk a little bit, maybe a minute or two before you find one another in different, where paths cross in this forest, little hewn out paths. Ultimately, you find Vic and the 3 of you. Oh, all right. Well, we're all here. First stop is the way station. you'll never really be prepared for anything you find or see or experience here, because it is, of course, the realm of dreams. So be prepared. Be prepared for for chaos. Gravity changes a fair bit to different degrees and different directions. The world as you know it can change with a thought. Sometimes those thoughts are reflexive and you don't mean to think them, or they're intrusive, and those can be pretty bad. But do your best to remember your deep breathing. It keeps the body calm back where we're tethered. And if we follow this trail, it should bring us to the way station. About 8 or 10 minutes of walking before you come across what looks to be a relatively like a small-ish tavern. Only building here in a clearing in the woods. Let's it helps to just sort of go with the natural flow of the dream. Only try and go against the grain if it's a bad dream or something we need to reset our navigation. We know we've hit a dead end. Otherwise, keep in mind what you're pursuing, and hopefully, Ashavar, your contact here, can give us some more answers as to where exactly that Everbloom. Fear I know, but I think they'll know better. For now, let's get ourselves a drink, right? Because the imagination's limitless. Think of your favorite drink. And you all head in, and it's a moderately bustling town. It's quiet outside. You didn't see anyone around, but as soon as you step in, it's like stepping into a whole different space. And there's a lot of people here, dreamers, having good times at the tavern. There's a lot of fun, some little friendly fights. There's gambling. There's lots of noise and fun being had here. There's lo and behold, 4 stools at the bar, and you all pull up different stools. You can order whatever your favorite drink is or food. They've got it. Does anyone order anything in particular that they'd really like?
I think I like that drink. What was the place we all like ate and drank at? In
The Gabagool place, the olive.
No, the other bar where I told them to raise the ceilings because I kept bumping my head.
The Salty Boot.
Salty Boot.
Yeah,
I want that. I want that very similar to a Long Island iced tea drink that he made.
Oh, maybe the Midnight Rainbow or the
Midnight Rainbow. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Nice. Yeah. Okay. Does anyone else have anything that they're ordering in particular?
What's the equivalent of like a whiskey sour?
There's probably whiskey sour here. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'll just say. Yeah. Nice.
Cassius would definitely order one of those.
Okay. Can I have each of you make a wisdom saving throw? This isn't like something, this is a check, your first like dream round check. But I want you to be able to use the modifier if you have a proficiency in it. Cassius, what'd you get?
I got a 3.
Oh, okay. Right, nice. Oh no. And Grundy?
Dirty 20.
Oh, nice.
So you get the drinks and they look exactly as you were expecting. Grundy, you take a sip. Perfection. This is exactly how you remember it. So delicious. Hitting the spot. You can even feel that fun buzz. Seemingly earlier than you would normally get it. Cassius, you take a sip and it's pink lemonade.
Oh, okay.
So it's not disgusting, but it's like, well, that's different. And Vic's just sort of watching. Hey, so that's the first test of just to show you. This is our training grounds here. If a moment's thought can change what's occurring and what's present, did your drinks taste like what you thought they would.
It's the most delicious thing I've had.
Good.
It does feel the same way, although I did notice it went down a little bit quicker.
Mm, Cassius?
I gotta be honest with you, Vic. I don't know if it's because I'm like very mentally exhausted. This tastes like pink lemonade.
Oh,
Delicious, but not
Good.
at all what I ordered.
I probably just a moment's not weakness, but like if you're spent, it's important to be rested before. Because a little bit of a change in thought, even if you're not really present to realize it, can change what's around. If it helps when you summon something, perhaps a key to unlock a door or otherwise, think of it and then stay concentrating on it until it's in your hands or until you've tasted it in this case, and that'll help. Right, let's wait for Ashavar. Do you see your friend? No, not I mean, I've never really seen them. They just kind of talk. Well, they don't really talk to me. They just sort of like share information. Mental itching kind of goes on for like a minute, breaking down how it works. Then, oh, maybe that's her. Feels like it's a little blue light, like fuzzy light, like a little fairy almost. Buzzes over, and she watches Ashavar converses with this back and forth for a minute, like they're just sort of looking at each other. But you know, that mental look of like mental discussion. And Ashavar turns. Okay. Yeah, this is my guide. While I'm here, they're just gonna sort of kind of like join me, fuse with me so that they can share knowledge as things come up. Okay, so here we go. And okay, boop, turns and goes into Ashavar. Ashavar's like, oh, wow, that's a lot. Okay, all right. Well, I guess specifics first. So they're saying that what we're looking for is pretty far inside of the dream realm here. So we're on the very edge of the dream realm, and then there's this whole, think of it like a cosmos, like sort of a squished down sphere almost that's just been squished. We're in the whole outer part, the meat, like the donut part of it, is all these different dreams, and they come and go, they change. Like the actual dreamscape is endless as it needs to be to hold everyone's dreams. But we need to get to the center. In the center-ish, there's thing called the dream. It's the dream heart. But it consists of two areas. So I guess think like the yolk of an egg. It's this big. It's called the Dream Heart Tempest. It's a tempest of elemental energies that sort of create everything in here. It could be a little bit dangerous. And there's an eye to that tempest in the very, very center. And in there we can find an Everbloom, which explains why they're so rare, I guess. The tricky part is that in order to get from regular dreams where everyone's dreaming into the dream heart, we have to pass through what they're calling an intransigent dream. I guess a dream that just persists. Like if you've ever had a recurring dream or a recurring nightmare, it's there, it's waiting for you. Most dreams, I guess, just disappear here, but the intransigent ones do just, that. They don't disappear. And therefore, they also remain like a stable gateway to get into the Dream Heart Tempest. But they say that they know, that when we come to do that, we just ask someone here at the way station. They're saying the bartender, but I don't see them anymore. And they'll know where they can guide us a little bit. They can tell us where the closest intransigent dream is. Then we make our way there, cut through the tempesty part into the eye of that storm, the eye of the tempest. Wait, you're saying it's a little harder to wake up when you're in the tempest. So you probably want to have people watching our bodies on the other side, maybe help wake us up. Well, that's all, I guess. In a complete chaos of the dreamscape, they said. Just minor hurdles, I guess, here.
I hate to see what they call a major hurdle.
Pink lemonade would be minor.
Oh. Okay. Where's he looks around, and you all kind of look around. And you don't see Vic. Vic's not there at the counter with you.
Whoa, where did Vic go?
I know I didn't drink nearly enough of this for people to start disappearing.
I don't believe there's any alcohol in this.
You do hear? Oh, can I have you each make a perception check?
Sure. Just straight perception.
Yes.
I got a 5. Oh, did you get a 5 too?
I got a 5.
Me too.
Oh my goodness.
Oh wait, no, I got a 10.
No, you got a 10. You saw my roll.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I saw your rolls.
That's amazing.
Oh,
it's the alcohol.
Yeah. I guess this pink lemonade has something else in it. I can't taste it though. That's dangerous. He's gonna put it down.
Want some of mine?
No.
I mean, are you sure? Because maybe this actually tastes like what it's supposed to.
I don't know. Dream alcohol scares me, and we have a long way to go. Apparently, I don't want to be dream drunk in this realm.
That's okay. I have a special tea back in my room that actually kind of sobers you up quickly.
But it's like, how long will we be back in time to enjoy that tea and become sober, or are we going to be in this dream world for a little bit? You know.
That all depends on. Well, I'm trying to look over the crowd because I'm assuming like I'm still like roughly the height I normally am.
Yeah. I mean, so you're looking, Grundy, but a 10 is enough to hear the sounds of fighting, of like a full-on like kind of dual fighting out behind the tavern, out in the backyard of the tavern.
Didn't think. What happened?
I don't know that I hear anything. He's gonna keep looking at the dream drink like, yeah, I'm not having any more of this. Hey, Ashavar, do you think we should? I guess Vic, our magical god, is gone. I think we should probably head outside. What do you guys think? He'll ask the two of them.
Ashavar will be like, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's look after them. I am trying to find this image. I thought I had it in here. Come on, give me that image. There it is. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, so do you all kind of agree to head outside? Okay. Yeah, you find your way through to the the back door. Again, really rowdy in here, so hearing the sounds of the fight over that is something. But it's an intense fight. And as you step through the back door and out into the fresh air of the forest here, you quickly find, indeed, Vic is out here, and Vic is in like a full-on, battle with someone. A woman that is using some form of martial arts for sure. And keeping up with Vic, who you've seen fight a time or two and is not a pushover by any means. Sorry, I'm getting OBS is like, I'm gonna change this
Just kidding.
real slow. All right, I'm gonna switch to our battle layout real quick here so you can see, and I'll put it in Discord too.
Oh yeah, it's time to get violent potentially.
Roll Dream Initiative.
Nice. Yeah, and it seems to be almost, it's a wordless fight. Neither of them are trying to do trying to harm one another.
Okay.
I just found this thing. What is going on?
Told you
There
you
it
jinxed
is.
it.
For real. All right, let's just search
Aw.
for this. And then there. Oh my gosh. Okay. Jeez.
There we
She's
go.
fighting, and they're both, back and forth. Vic has a very like strong arm sort of fighting style. This monk is striking certain pockets of nerves and stuff that seem to like hurt Vic somewhat. But when she goes in for like the 1, 2, 3, thinking she's done enough damage, Vic will sort of like grab and like, throw her, and then she lands smoothly and tumbles and then races up, and then like Vic throws a punch and she jumps in off of his hand and kicks him in the head, and he sort of reels and then grabs her foot and throws her down on the ground. It's sort of like a big brawl. But yeah, what do you want to do? It doesn't look vicious. It's like hand to hand, so like boop 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 boop, hit points wise.
Would we be able to discern this like to be a sparring match of some sort happening outside this bar? Because I don't want to hurt somebody that Vic is potentially just sparring with.
Yeah, make an insight check, Cassius.
Oh, okay, perfect.
I'm gonna do the same because it does look.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oof. I rolled an 8.
Okay.
I got a 12.
A 12. Okay. It 8's the DC. 8 or higher, because it's not too hard to notice the
Okay.
smiles on their face. They got like cracked smiles where they're like, yeah, this is a good rousing fight. You 12, Grundy, you you wonder if perhaps they know each other. It wasn't quite enough to know whether or not they do, but you wonder, perhaps they do. So do you want to just kind of like watch that play out?
$10 on the new face.
Cassius is gonna like stand by like in like out the outer edges of their fight and kind of just observe to kind of understand what's happening, because he's like, this doesn't feel malicious, but I don't know what this is. So he's just gonna like try to observe a little bit more.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I've legitimately whispered to Ashavar $10 on the new person.
Perfect. Oh, she's like, I'll see that action. 10 on Vic.
10 on Vic? Okay. Just cross our arms and watch.
Yeah, so you watch kind of an epic brawl kind of play out. They're both, after some time, it doesn't feel like time flew, right? Because it's actually pretty entertaining. And the skills they're both using are pretty incredible. You see Vic leaning into some of his skill set, and her leaning into a bunch of hers. And it's such an interesting, I don't think you've experienced too many monks fight yet. So it's pretty interesting to see this very precise, the nimble nature and the precision strikes. And you can even see like Vic getting sluggish in one arm. She keeps targeting different, meridian points on up his arm. And he doesn't even know what's going on. But the two of them, neither one, I'm sorry to burst the pool bubble, but they both get really winded at one point after a while. And they laugh. It kind of like strugglingly lifts up his arm to shake her hand, like, oh, it's been too long. What in the fuck are you doing here? And then it's of all places to meet you. He kind of chuckles. Nick, I didn't expect to see you here either. I've got some business here. You know how it goes. Takes you to my line of work. Takes you to quite a few random places, certainly. And this was just my way of tackling an important job. Like, all right. Well, I'd like you to meet my friends. If you're willing. Hi. So Vic comes up and introduces Ghost to you. Her name is Ghost. She has fox ears and armor that isn't quite armor. It's almost more ornamental on the shoulders and such. Bracers that kind of can be used, like they wrap around the knuckles. They seem padded underneath, so you can strike with the knuckles, but they flex upward when her hand opens up. And incredibly athletic form, fairly muscular, very athletic. Oh, well, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure to meet you all. These three. I'm Ghost. So shake hands.
Hi, I'm Cassius, and he'll stick his hand out. It's
Pleasure.
like great moves back there.
Well, thank you.
So are you looking for a little bit of employment? You know what? No, meet everybody else. First. We'll talk about it later.
Always open for jobs. Right. Well, people know how to get in touch with me. And nice to meet you. She goes to shake Grundy's hand.
Oh, nice to meet you.
Her hand, grips like not around yours, but it's like stupidly strong for the size of her hand that grabs yours. Like she trains these daily. Pleasure. And that she's not trying to squeeze you down or anything either, but it's a firm handshake. And Ashavar, right? Well, I have to get. Honestly, it's absolutely insane. I've got a job in here, sort of out there, but I will tell you the story next time we meet, Vic. And sure. Catch me up sometime. We can. Sure. Oh, I can tell them some stories. I could tell you all some stories about Vic if you wish. Back when he was just a wee lad.
Oh,
Big smile.
I wish Zia was here for this.
Vic blush like, oh no, right? It's been great catching up with you, Ghost. Better tackle your job. Yeah. So he, she leaves, and he's sort of gonna escort everyone back. Right. So, there's really no way to understand the actual dream realm beyond here without just doing it. But we know it sounds like where to go now. Keep in mind, stay in focus as best you can. Effectively preparing for wisdom saving throws and sometimes some other checks, and your role play will dictate some of those DC levels is what Vic's trying to pass along. Well, I think our bodies are probably just sweating to death out there and reaching an unsafe. It's about time to get back. So this is the first fun test. See how long it takes you to wake back up. Do your best to find a place here. Close your eyes and concentrate on the last, envisioning where you were in the bath, in the heat. Picture that heat in your skin, in the cool of the water underneath. And focus and focus and focus. So you can either make wisdom saving throws, and it's just a saving throw to give you a bonus if you have it, or in the way that concentration checks are, a constitution saving throw, if that's better. And I will go around and check. We'll check Ashavar first here real quick. Okay. Grundy, what'd you get?
That is an 18.
18. Okay,
Mhm.
nice. And Cassius?
I got a 21 finally. When you said Constitution, I was
Yeah.
like, there we go.
Scoop?
Wisdom's
Yeah.
very low.
Nice. Okay, good. You'll be allowed to do that for most part in the dream realm too. It's kind of
Okay.
one of the other there.
I mean, if it's a regular wisdom saving throw, that's fine too.
All right. Well. And so let me get us back to our RP setup here. Oops, I don't know why that image decided to stay up top. Excuse me, hiccup. You Cassius, you wake up first, very quickly. Grundy not far behind. Ashavar, like a minute or so later, wakes up. You're back in that heat. And Vic is already telling the people, like, yeah, all right, stop pouring the water on the stones. Like, we're done. And getting everyone ready. I'll just sort of like leave that to the imagination as you all kind of get set from there. Next, you'll be heading back to meet everyone else. But let's jump over to Zia and Bryleth to see like what they were doing in the meantime. You two finished dinner, and you probably walked down to the boat together. Is that
Yeah.
okay? You get off the elevator. You're walking out across the docks to the ship, and I'll leave it up to you two.
So I'm just gonna assume we're kind of restocking, so maybe we're carrying a couple boxes of some food.
So yeah.
Bryleth.
Oh, it's a heavy box, right? Oh,
It's good training.
yeah. I don't know. I've kind of been thinking, I'm kind of imagining that they're like sitting a box down at this point. Well, lots been happening, right?
I mean, a lot's always happening.
Yeah. Between it just seems like I was just kind of getting not used, but just being okay with Liasana not being around, and then it seemed like that she was in trouble, and now we see that she was shaking hands with the specters in that scrying thing. That doesn't seem like her. It didn't seem like her.
Where are you going with this?
I still miss her.
I miss her too.
Honestly, I been thinking, earlier, when we were in the room with the books and the mural and the ancient tech.
Mhm.
I was just thinking that I think that I need to go home for a bit. I just it's not that I don't I enjoy being here, and I like you, and I like the rest. I like everyone. I just I'm having trouble figuring out what I should be doing.
Zia put her hand on Bryleth's shoulder. Yeah, I've you know, obviously it's not directly comparable, but you know, it has sometimes felt like the direction to go isn't really clear, and maybe in some cases we haven't made the best decisions that were laid before us. But you know, I think in a certain way a lot of us are stronger for it. And I mean, I think some knowing when and how to step away is important. I mean, look at Cassius. I mean, I feel like he slipped right back in. Like it was just like, you know, he never left. So like I think, you know, and you have to consider, you know, yourself. And I'm sure your parents and your family miss you, and you know, um and we'll miss you too. But I understand why you might want to do something like that. But
Lucia,
I just want to
right.
make sure that you're doing it for the right reasons. You know,
What's the right reasons?
I mean, for you and for your closeness with your family, or, you know, for time for yourself. I just want to make sure that you're not going to go and worry about Liazana the whole time. We'll figure something out.
I think that being there with my family for a bit will be the only way that I won't be thinking about Liazana.
Okay. Then I think that that's the right choice. And we'll eventually, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but we will get Liazana back. And we know that she's still in there. And we don't have the whole picture, you know. They did say that, I mean, not that we should trust him really, but he was saying like that the true origin of the order wasn't really that bad, and maybe it was an undercover mission. I mean, if we had seen ourselves undercover at the UAF, if Cassius, when he was gone, had seen us sneaking into the UAF like we did, I mean, he would have been pretty confused, right? Like, you know, there would have been really no context for that. So, you know,
Yeah.
don't give up hope on Liazana, but also, you know, I think it's important to take that time for you.
Thank you for understanding, Zia. I was kind of afraid to say anything.
Zia will take her hand off of Bryleth's shoulder and just say, you know, you should never be afraid to say anything to a friend.
Bryleth will give her a big hug, and I'll miss you.
And Zia will hug back around and be like, I will miss you too. But we'll always find each other. Friends always find each other, right? So,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
we'll send you with we'll find a sending stone at some point. We'll ship it your way if you want, but no worries. Our paths will cross again.
I think so too.
And make sure you give
Yeah.
your parents and your siblings the same big hug you're giving me right now.
I will. Well,
Not to change the subject, and Zio kind of looked down at the boxes. Have we told your patron Doran about Atmos yet?
I don't think so.
Food for thought. And she'll go to pick up the boxes
Yeah.
and head into the ship.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you all are able to chat. Has a beautiful moment there. And move plenty of boxes.
So many boxes.
Yeah, among all the chat. There's a couple that are just really heavy. You got a buddy left. To get them all sort of unloaded. Some loaded up, others taken off. Yeah, before I guess at one point, since it's kind of late in the evening, I'll have everyone kind of meet back up inside the house. That's okay. Somewhere in that grand area after the elevator opens up. There's plenty of relaxing spots here too. It's a beautiful view of the night sky. Those, whatever they are, 80-foot tall windows along the back, kind of just overlook the city and out. So a lot of comfy cat the kind you just sprawl out on. Plenty for everyone. Everyone gets real comfy and sits down. It's been a long day. And yeah, I guess everyone sits down. I'll kind of turn it over, I guess, to Bryleth first, in case Bryleth has any that she wants to discuss.
Bryleth, after kind of sitting for a bit awkwardly and just kind of looking at everyone around, in the room, just kind of quickly stand up. I have something that I want to talk to everyone about. I've already talked to Zia and let her know, but I think that I want to go home for a bit. And just kind of recuperate. And I just, my head's been swimming the past for a while, and I just need to kind of figure out a few things and just kind of, I think, rest for a bit before I can do anything else. It's nothing, it's not any of you. It's just, it's not you, it's me. Just gonna stand there awkwardly to see if anyone says anything.
Cassius will get up after Bryleth says her piece and kind of walk over to her and I guess reach up and hug. She's super tall, so he's gonna be he's gonna give her a nice hug like this and say, I want you, and he'll say it quietly enough so just Bryleth can hear it. He's I want you to take all the time that you need, rest all the time that you need, and just know that there will always be a place for you here. Never forget that, and we love you. But he wants to say that very low, so just that Bryleth can hear it. And then he's gonna go back and sit down.
As Cassius is hugging her and saying that, she'll give him, or after he says it, she'll give him a pat on the head like she has before.
Grundy's gonna walk over and kind of put an arm around his shoulder, because kind of there's still that feeling that he's still fitting in, so doesn't want to be overly familiar with anybody, but at the same time he's grown to love everybody on the crew. And kind of also whisper to Bryleth, I may not have known you for that long, but you have been the strongest of us all. And you have helped us a lot whenever we were in trouble. And it was very heartwarming to join a crew that is this strong together, even when we sometimes have to go our separate ways. I have noticed a lot of things have been troubling me lately, and I'm glad you made the decision to take some time off. And well, all I can say is can't wait till you come back strong. And kind of will also kind of just rummage through his pocket and hastily tear out the thing that he'd been working on and kind of give it to her. Yeah, and I found some spare time. I actually managed to sketch everybody so you have a little picture of us.
Thank you.
Mhm.
I'm gonna go and
Okay.
sit next to Cassius.
Um, thank you, everyone, for understanding. I think if you could drop me off in Atmos when we head out, I can make it home from there.
Ashavar. Stepping your toes, but Ashavar
No,
and
you're
Carmine
fine.
are here too if you want them to interact.
Oh, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry. Yeah, yeah, that's
It's
fine.
okay. Ashavar. Oh, well, I guess that sort of sucks, but is sort of good. Pats her sides and looks around. Oh, do you want one of these? And has found the 3 freaky stuffies: the purple worm and the little teddy bear, and whatever the third one was. You want to bring one of these with you?
I would love to.
Okay, you pick.
Okay, what are the, which ones are there, Dan?
Well, there's a teddy bear, and she has a name. I don't know what she named them, but that they always seem to come back to me. There's a purple worm. There was a third one, but I don't remember. I'm so sorry. So purple worm's the second
okay.
one.
I'll take the, if I can take the teddy bear, I'll take the teddy bear and take care of it.
You know what? Let me talk to them because
Okay,
they like to
okay,
come back to me.
sure.
So maybe they
Okay.
can share, and then talk back. Maybe they'll send little notes, put little notes in,
Oh,
and then they'll just because
yeah.
they just I don't know how they get around, but they do. Um, I found this. I found them after they disappeared, and they were in the just by the doorway to that room that we were in the other day.
Oh,
I don't know
so
how they get
cute.
around like that. Yeah.
Hey, oh.
Mhm. And anyway, all right, now listen, Barry, is that another name? You, you can't spend all your time with me. You've got to hang out with like Bryleth too. Let's split it up. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, here you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she'll take it and she'll like give it a little hug and stick it down into her bag.
Nice. Beautiful. Yeah. All right. She just sits
She'll
back
give
down.
Ashavar a hug as well.
Okay.
Like,
Oh, she
give
gives
her
a hug.
probably like yeah.
Yeah. Oh, all right. She sits down. Carmine, probably just chilling in dragon form, will shift into their one of their humanoid forms, the one that you've seen a few times. And approach, standing maybe about the same height as you, a little taller than they were. No, actually, they'll be their regular height, which I think they were trying to mimic Zia, so that's actually about the same height as you. Yeah. I can feel the turmoil in your heart. I'm proud of you for listening, looking within and listening. I think you'll find sound discovery in this pursuit you've chosen. But as we've all shared in our full support of you, I do want it to be clear that you'll be missed. You have been like the sun in the day sky, steady, warm, and nurturing to us all. And while the plants and the life that yearn for that hate to see the sun fall and the moon rise. Surely there are others elsewhere in the world that are eager for you to rise over them. You know, they'll lean in to give you a hug.
She'll give them a huge hug and probably just be close to sobbing at this point, probably with Carmine especially.
Yeah.
And when she pulls away, she'll put both hands on like the side of their face and just smile at them and just let them go.
Shift back into probably the dragon form, which even on all fours is like up to almost your shoulders at this point. Just kind of like wrap around you for a minute for like a dragon hug, and then find a perch on one of the couches.
Okay. Bryleth will just kind of look at everyone and thank you. You all mean so much to me. I'll see you. Oh, I'll see you again. If I after I rest some, if I end up doing any research or anything, I'll be sure to reach out, even if I am not here in person. I'll let you know if I find out anything, or I plan to look into it after I've, had some time off, I guess. I love y'all. And she'll just kind of, relax with them and enjoy whatever other time that they have this evening.
Okay. The late runs a little long. It's sort of pulls at heartstrings, and it's tough at first. But you've got a crew. Zia certainly, will jump in, and Cassius, they always know what to say to like crack that mood, and gets things chatting. There's probably some beautiful recollections of like hilarious moments, of things. The wooden spoon,
The
the talking spoon,
lever.
the levers, yeah, and just that appreciation for people, you know, lost, people gone, the time that's been spent with one another, and the hopes for the future. And then the late night runs night. The night runs late. And
Bryleth will give one of her, like, because, I've always, in her picture and things, she's wearing a couple of different shawls. She'll give one of her shawls to Carmine.
Okay.
That evening too.
All right. They'll shift back into their humanoid form and just sort of wrap themselves in it. Might catch on like a that fond, you miss somebody, you smell their clothing kind of thing. All right. Ultimately leading to everyone getting a really good night's rest. There's a little talk and discussion as far as like the planning of things. If you're all sort of looking to begin heading back, heading out to Glurblglck. You're actually only like I think an evening away from Atmos, because you bamped. It takes 15 minutes to get here, but you just sort of navigated safely away from Atmos before doing that. So when you return, you'd be pretty close to Atmos.
I will say that probably during the night, Zia would talk to Doran and Diana.
Oh, okay.
And we don't have to really roleplay this out, but would basically just be like, listen, Atmos is rebuilding. A lot of the areas are okay, but not all of them. A lot has gone on. If you want to go back when we drop off Bryleth, like to talk to your families, colleagues, etc., make sure everyone's okay. We can take you back, and Macabre will always be open if you would like to return. or if you want to continue to stay here to remain safe.
Mm.
I also totally understand that as well.
I think that they're both really going to appreciate that and rather quickly jump on. They both have sending, so they're going to they're going to let you know, all right, we're going to check in with our people. And they apparently don't have too many people there on the island, but they both kind of go through their list of sending, their Rolodexes, and find that the people that they cared about are in relative safety because they're all sort of in the same location that didn't really get hit too hard, thankfully. So they'll opt to stay here. But thank you pretty profusely for sharing the information and letting them know.
Yeah. We wanted to tell you when we first got here, it was just a lot was going on. We hadn't really heard a lot of what was happening. We needed some time to process ourselves. But that's part of the reason why we're going to Glurblglck now, is to try to figure out a little bit more about the technology that was able to make that happen.
Yes. I think ever more so than ever before, this is where we need to be. So.
And of course, you have a sending stone to communicate with Bryleth still, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. You're still her patron after all, right?
Absolutely. I'm glad she's taking the time.
And that would be our only real conversation. Zia would
Okay.
just kind of want to have that a little bit to the side, just to not overburden Bryleth with more.
All right. Nice.
I'm sure that Bryleth would probably, before leaving,
Mhm.
whenever that is, would probably stop in and just say bye to them. Wouldn't explain what Z had already explained, but just say bye.
Gotcha.
And then she would also, just to say it, would definitely spend a little time with like Synestaire if they, as well. So
Synestaire is like, in a different mood than Synastaire's typical very big mood. And sort of listening and acknowledging, and there's some heartfelt, Synestaire doesn't open up too much, but opens up a bit, and saying goodbye. And kind of whenever you're talking about like your reasons are kind of like, yeah. Kind of lost in thought with a little bit of nodding in agreement. So other than that, if anyone has anything else, pause me. Otherwise, I'm going to say you're all able to get a good night's rest. The morning comes around when, I believe everyone sort of has a plan to board the ship and drop Bryleth off in Atmos and then head to Glurblglck. Okay. So, Bryleth takes a little time, like, okay, I'm not going to need this stuff if I'm not necessarily adventuring, and kind of talks to Cassius, like, and Crow, if anyone wants these across the breakfast table, there's a, diamond for bringing people back to life. There's some healing potions. I don't want anything to happen to any of you. Please take them. Otherwise, you're all able to kind of get things set up. There's a few other crates, though. I'm gonna say you all kind of eat your breakfast in Macaw, get down to the port, loading on the ship, and sort of a funny bit of happenstance. There's like one of those extra large buddies lifting crates left, as Bryleth and Z are passing by. It has to get loaded on the ship still, but everyone else is sort of on the ship and ready. Do you think that you two would bring that on board?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
I think we missed one.
Nice. The two of you loaded up, and for a moment, Zia, there's just, Bryleth excuses herself and heads to the cabin. You stay behind in this cargo hold just for a minute as you're sort of organizing, not organizing because I don't think you'd be like, these must be neat, but there's like, oh, you didn't see how like one of them's leaning in and crushing the top of another crate that you all set up yesterday. Like, we'll just fix that. So you go around the corner after Bryleth leaves to fix that, and you see what looks like a boot on the floor behind some of the other crates.
Huh. Oh, my eyes might be deceiving me. But that was a boot behind those crates?
Like Bryleth's gone, it's just you down here right now.
It's just
Uh-huh.
you.
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no,
look and you see
Bo.
Bo. Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I reckon that is. Should we see if there's another or anything connected to it?
Yeah, I think so. And Zia will kind of try to stealth up there, keeping in mind the fact that there's still a traitor on the ship and we don't know who it is, I guess.
Right.
So she'll definitely try to stealth
Extra
up there and
painful.
see who that is.
Gonna make a stealth check.
Yeah. That's a 27.
A 27. That's incredible. Yeah, you were silent as the wind. And it's kind of dark down here around the corner, and you take a look around, and you see there is indeed another boot and a person connected to this. They seem to be asleep. What you're seeing is looks to be, I think, relatively human-esque. Certainly humanoid, seems to be human. A woman with very, very long red hair, sort of all over the place. Gosh, a lot of sort of muted grays in a very kind of cutesy form, almost sweater-esque, with a sort of an infinity scarf with some greens tied in, and kind of gothic leggings that tuck into these really tall tan. They're laced all the way up the front, up just below the knees. Boots. Just fast asleep with a slight snore you're hearing now.
Zia's gonna mental link with Cassius real quick. Captain?
Yes, yeah.
Do we have a
Yes.
policy for stowaways?
What? Stowaway. Wait. No, I don't think we do. Is there a stowaway?
Let's just say you might want to come up with a policy real quick.
Are you in immediate danger?
Zia will take one look at her as she's snoring.
Fart a little bit.
I don't know why in my mind I'm assuming it's a snork me kind of sleep. You got the one nose bubble going in and out.
Squeaks out a little fart. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Great.
think we're in immediate danger, but looks can be deceiving.
Okay. I'll be right there. And then Cassius will start. Where are you?
In the
Cassius.
cargo hold.
I'll be right down, and he'll make his way down there.
Well, wait, what do you want me to do while you're coming down? You're like on the top of the ship. It's gonna take you a second to get here.
Make sure they don't leave.
Oh.
They're sleeping? What's like? Are they? Or what are they
It
doing?
appears that this person is sleeping. I have snuck over and not been detected as of yet, but the longer that I wait, the likelihood of that increases.
Okay. I'll be there. I'll be there soon. Just stay out of sight, but keep an eye on them. There we go.
Okay. Zia will retreat a little bit into the shadows.
And then Cassius will make his way down there.
All right, Cassius, you arrive a little bit, like a half minute later, or a minute. You see the same sight.
All right. All right. Cassius is gonna be like, "Hey, Zia, can you alert the others? What's happening down here?" And then he's gonna go over to her and like kind of like nudge her to get up. Hey, wake up! He's gonna like nudge her like really hard, like to wake her up.
Oh, yep, that'll wake her
Get
up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, very quickly, Zia, before this, just changed the cloak of many fashions to look like a really, really scary, like all spikes, like intimidate.
Nice.
Hi. You're probably wondering what I'm doing here.
Yep. First thing on my mind.
It's kind of a long story. But I guess you want to hear it.
Yeah.
Okay. I kind of well, obviously I stowed away. I'm not supposed to be here. I mean that's pretty much the story. I came out onto the ship from Atmos. And that's kind of why I'm here.
Okay. Cassius is gonna kind of like he's gonna be like, I need you to stay exactly where you are. Do not move.
Hey,
Okay.
Don't make any sudden
Cassius,
movements. Yes.
maybe we should get Eden to hypnotize her to tell us the truth.
That is a wonderful idea. Hold on. Is Eden on the mental link?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Cassius will mental link with Eden and say, Eden, I need you to come to the cargo hold now. We have a situation.
Understood.
Very
Captain.
important.
Mm.
Internally, Zia's just like, I didn't know that vampires could do that. So the very lucky guess. It's just supposed to sound intimidating.
About a second and a half after you say that, Eden steps out of the shadow behind Zia, like not through the stairs, but just out of the shadow.
Even the shadows have shadows.
Yes, Captain.
Listen, I don't. It's like, hey, Eden, I'm gonna need your help with something. We do not intend to hurt you, but we don't know who you are and we don't know why you're on our ship. You are a stranger, and you'll be treated as such. So here's what I need you to do. Do we have a brig? Do we have any type of containment place
I
on the
mean,
ship?
you've got a cell. Effectively, it's like where you keep all, but it's full of like important goodies for the ship. But you do have that down
Oh.
Eden's hold.
Okay.
I was gonna say we have a bag of holding, but I don't think that'll work.
Cassius will. Guardian's on our mental link too, right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, Cassius will mind link with Guardian. Say, Guardian, I need you to empty out the cell. We have a new person to put in there. It may not be for long, but we don't know who this person is, and he's saying this in the mental
Okay.
link.
You hear back, yes, excellent. An interrogation. As I will empty it out as soon as I finish emptying my bowels. One moment, Captain. And with that, we'll take our bio break.
Was it just gonna be that the new character is so scared?
Oh no.
Oh.
I was wondering about the whole setup to the farts and everything.
That's where I thought Dan was gonna do it too.
Me too.
No, he was just humiliating me.
No, you're asleep. You can't help it.
Yeah, that's coming up in the next meeting. Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
All right, I'll put this on our BRB. Our audio will be hot for anyone that's new, so feel free to chat with us, ask questions and such. We can answer. Otherwise, we'll catch you in about 10 minutes.
Woo! We'll be back
Yeah.
in the brig.
In the brig.
Nice.
It's
The brig.
actually just Liazada's room that we converted because it's not being used.
Oh no.
Nah, nice.
Emotional damage.
Not to this character.
Not to this one.
Not yet. This
Yeah.
character's
Oh, God.
also gonna fall for Liazada. That's just how it's gonna work.
Oh no.
Okay. All right, yeah, I'm gonna do this thing so I can be back in the 10 minutes. Do you remember the info, or do you need any of that refreshed? Like, okay.
Okay. What about it?
Do you remember all this stuff? Do you need any refreshers? Okay. Well, I'm here if not. Just ask.
You're unmuted, Dan. I don't know if you.
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see me.
No, I know. Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I'm terrible. Yeah, I'm such a loud human being. I blame my New England upbringing. They were all
That's
just
totally it.
loud.
That's it.
I don't know what to tell you. Those Yankees were just all loud. Right, we need
Hey, if it
everybody
makes
to
you
hear.
feel better, I left my mic unmuted. I came back and immediately burped.
Oh.
That
I
makes me
was like,
feel a lot
it's
better.
fine.
No, I'm just
I'm
kidding.
muted.
Oh, you poor thing.
I was not.
That's awesome.
I
How
just
dare
did
you have
that
basic human
yesterday.
functions?
Yeah.
That's the thing. I always tell my partner I don't have human functions. I transitioned out of
That's
having human
awesome.
functions.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Amazing. Ascended.
Mhm.
I love that.
I just go through the motions. 'Cause
Mm, mhm.
it would be unsettling otherwise.
Yeah,
True.
yeah. It's very thoughtful of you. I appreciate it.
Very thoughtful.
I do what I can.
Wow. How much more time we got, Dan?
Yeah,
What?
go.
2 seconds.
I think we have 3.5 minutes.
Perfect.
2 seconds, 3.5 minutes. I mean, it's like it's all the same.
It's definitely the same thing.
Yeah.
Wait. It doesn't silly me.
Well, I guess Sadie really went into the brig, huh?
We have a lot of people after us.
Yeah, yeah, for real.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You can't be too careful.
Oh, man, no, I
I-
want ice cream.
Whenever you approach a situation, I'm always like, you could take, the very, very like easy path of just being like poking with the stick, being, hey, who are you? Welcome to the crew. Or I think it'd be way more fun to just go way too much in the opposite direction.
Oh, for sure.
Nice. I feel like this one's fairly
Specifically-
warranted. Oh, sorry.
I
Go
just, for some reason, with Zia's like cloak, I was like just thinking of that episode of Avatar: The Last Airbender where he like finds that armor that's like way too big for him.
Yeah.
Like very stereotypical super anime. Like I was like, yeah, that'll work.
But Eden coming out of the shadows like freaking Batman.
That was
love that.
cool. That
That
was
was
super
cool.
cool.
Oh, nice. Yes, Captain.
I was just thinking, how high would that roll have to be, Dan, for his Zia to not have noticed? Got like a base stealth of 30.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Where's your passive perception?
30
You
base.
just stepped right on you.
Oh my lord.
I mean, to be fair, like looking into mirrors and stuff, she just can't even perceive herself. So
Nice.
That's actually a really good point.
That's just she has like an instant step through darkness up to a certain range, and she was close enough where she, but it requires like the absolute darkness, no light. So she just used that. She's like, oh yeah, okay, cargo hold, you got it.
I think earlier in the campaign when we didn't have a bunch of people after us, Cassius would have took that approach like, hey, what's your name? Oh, you want to join the crew? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like
Sure.
that's like episode like 1 through 20, but like now, no.
Yeah.
Can
Who
I-
are you?
Stakes
What do you
too
want?
Stakes are way
see
too
that.
high.
Yeah.
I could see now Cass is just doing like the Asian squad where it's just like poking with a stick, anime style.
Hey,
What
do you
you
want to
do?
join my crew?
that was literally how we approached things. I feel like
That
in the
was.
early episodes.
That was
It's like,
in the early episodes for sure.
do you want
Oh
to be
no,
my
Cass
friend?
is Luffy.
I was just about to say that. It's so funny. Say,
Nice.
"You
We're
wanna
here
join
to
my
find the
crew?"
One Piece.
Oh my god! Wait, if Cassius is our Luffy, then who does that make everybody else?
I'm Frank.
Damn.
No, what's her name? No, Guardian is wait, Guardian would be Frankie actually.
Who? Yeah, wait, yeah. Who's the ship?
I mean,
right?
Vic is obviously Sanji, so like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
Vic 100%
yeah.
is Shanji. Yeah, he's
okay,
making all the
and
food.
that is as far as I've gotten into the anime. I don't know who Frank is. I
Well,
just made
who's
it to
our
the
swordsmaster?
food one.
Yeah, that's a good question. Who is our Zoro?
That would have
Ooh,
been Liazana because Liazana's pretty brooding.
Yeah, that's fair. this.
And then
Oh,
Synestaire would have been the skeleton guy. whose name I don't know.
Synastaire's Brooke. Yeah,
Yeah.
Brooke's the skeleton. Yeah. I actually just caught up, so I was watching it for a very long time, and I finally caught up.
What
to
does
the
caught
anime.
up mean? Aren't there like
Oh,
3,000 episodes?
there's like 1,000+ right now, right?
Somebody did a study. It'll take you, if you don't stop for any breaks, or like maybe like a bathroom break, it would take you 3 months to catch up completely to One Piece.
That's what happened to me. Yep, I did it. I did it.
You
I did
just-
it 3 months.
Nice.
You have to remove the
nice.
intro,
Yeah, I did it in
Yep.
3 months. I skipped the intro. Yeah,
skip the intro, skip the ending. Yep.
I also skipped the filler. Like
Okay. Yeah.
I had
yeah.
like a story arc thing next to me. I'm just like, oh, that's filler. I'm not watching that.
I mean,
Just kept
the
it
annoying
moving.
thing is there's barely any filler in One
Oops,
Piece as
sorry,
well because
guys.
it's all canon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring us back.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So
Oh,
even
we go.
after
Yeah.
the filler, it's a huge.
Hey.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No,
Thanks, Dan.
it's exciting, but the time hit. I do want to get us back. Thank you guys for understanding. All right, bringing us back. Weehoo!
Is that Atmos? That looks like an
What?
Atmos.
I said bringing
That's
us back.
beautiful.
What are you doing? Bringing us
It's like, nope.
back. There it goes. Okay. This has just been a little wonky today. Let me make sure nothing's muted that shouldn't be. Okay, good.
I'm gonna miss the makeup here.
Yeah.
Oh, the nose, yeah.
The nose and the ears. I'm gonna miss that.
Mhm.
We might get some new makeup though.
Maybe.
Huh?
This is it.
Hey, maybe Cassius should you
Yeah.
know, have a new makeup thing.
I,
Mm.
Or
what would I
Grundy
do?
should, yeah.
Get you a
where's-
scar or something. And we can, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh wait, they're kind of cool.
Pull your weight.
Nice. Yeah, so you find it sounds like this stowaway is agreeing to kind of go with you to that area. Stowaway, does that sound right? You're like,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah. I don't think that she'll be like, I don't think that we need to do this, but I'll go.
Mhm.
Sure.
Cassius will make sure nobody puts their hands on her, but you are being tightly circled while you're going into the cell. So nobody's touching you, but you gotta get in that cell.
Getting really close, but okay.
Then the door's shut. Cassius has the key. Eden just sits off on the side, just watching.
Hey.
So I have a couple of questions for you. What is your name?
Sure. Sadie?
Sadie. I wonder, is there anyone on the ship that has Zone of Truth? Potentially. Trying to think. Probably not.
Wait, didn't
Let's-
we had the mind reading thing, but I think we threw that out.
Oh, we threw it
So-
away? Oh no.
I think you were the last one who had it.
Yeah, I think it
My-
got chucked to be like done with it
Yeah.
because Synestaire was effing around with it a lot.
Oh yeah. Since there was dropping and reading our thoughts. That's right. I forgot. Wow, that was a while ago.
It was.
Oh man, that must be so useful right now. Oh well. You said your
What's,
name's Sadie?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said you're a stowaway.
Yes.
Where did
Mhm.
when did you get on the ship? From what place?
Atmos.
Atmos? Was this recent?
Yes. Yeah, when when y'all were in port there, and the pirates were attacking,
Okay.
I needed to get off. I had lived there for a while, but I decided that I needed to leave, obviously, because the pirates were there, and saw your ship, and I really like ships, and so I decided to get on. And Stephanie's going to warn you now that this southern accent, if it drops, it's not intentional. It's just me not. I'm not sure I can keep this accent
So-
going.
uh
Yeah, so I saw you in port and decided that I need to leave because of the pirates, and your ship looked really cool, and so I decided to hop on.
and that's your only reasoning. So you said you were escaping the pirates, but you don't have an affiliation with them, will you? And Cassius is gonna try his best to do an insight check on her, just,
Okay.
just to see if he can
No.
try.
Yeah,
He's
go
really
for
bad
it.
at it, but he's gonna try.
You think that I'm a pirate? No.
I
I'm not
don't
a
know
pirate.
that you're. I don't know that you're not a pirate. And yeah, he'll just do an inside check
Yeah,
Sure.
just for fun, just for funsies.
Sadie, go ahead and roll a perception or deception, whichever you think appropriate, and let me know the number.
Okay.
Or just say the number out loud.
You said persuasion or deception, right?
Sorry, yeah, persuasion or deception.
Persuasion. It's a 19 for persuasion.
Okay.
Oh, I rolled a 15 on insight.
Okay. Yeah. Nope. Seems like she's definitely. I mean, genuinely, it seems like she's telling the truth.
Okay. Cassian's expression will soften a little bit and say, was this the only place you felt like you could go to
Yeah.
be safe?
I mean, the entire place was being overrun by pirates and fighting, and that's not really my style. So I fight. Yeah. So I saw the ship, and as I said, I really like ships. I know a lot about ships. I could help on the ship if that would be useful to you and your group. I've studied them a lot. I'm 35. I don't know what else you need to know about.
Cassius will open the gate to the cell. That it was never locked. He never locked
Nice.
it. He's gonna open the gate to the cell and say, "Hey, I'm sorry about that. We have a lot of people after us. It's really stressful. I didn't know if you were friend or foe. You were just in here.
Oh.
And yeah, normally we're not this what's the word I'm looking for? It's not this bad, but things are changing around here, and it's getting a little scary for us. So I apologize for the rude reception.
It's completely understandable. I mean, if I was running a ship and someone, I found someone like me on board, I'd be suspicious too. Sure.
When was the last time you've eaten?
Well, I guess, I mean, I had like a ration on me, but a couple of days with only, pretty much.
Let's get you a ship cook meal. I mean, this is our home, but it's also a ship. I don't know. But why don't you come over to the galley and we'll chat. And it's completely fine that you stowed away, but we also needed to know, I needed to know that you weren't someone that would hurt or harm my crew, because they mean the world to me. And
Sure.
I can't imagine anything that happened to them.
I totally get it. Totally get it. I'll gladly follow you wherever you go.
Oh, after you, and then actually no, Cassius will show her too. She doesn't know where it is, so
Okay.
he'll show her where it is.
Okay.
Thanks.
Nice. Are you head up? There's, Vic's happy to. The ship is sort of, at this point, you got the okay to kind of like disembark from Cassius. Oh, bless you. Okay, neat. So you'll start disembarking the island and returning to normal, location. But Vic is happy after that's underway to whip up, a nice hearty meal, so to really get those nutrients back in there, replace electrolytes, all that good stuff. Yeah, one thing you will notice, Sadie, after once you're waiting 20, 25 minutes for the food, it's being brought out bit by bit, maybe 10 minutes to get your starter and yada yada. After you're starting to fill your belly, there's a couple other crewmates. Kip comes down, eat something, and then a person you didn't think you'd ever meet in person sits down, Ash, who is a master engineer of arcane ships.
Do I recognize Ash?
Yeah, by it's
Okay.
definitely on one of those top 3 people you might want to meet in your field.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Because she'll kind of you're Ash, right?
That's right, Darren. What's your name?
My name's Sadie. And she'll kind of wipe off her mouth and I recognize you from the academy, from you know a lot about
Oh,
ships.
well, that's right. No, I think I
Yeah.
recognize you. You wrote that paper on and there's a paper you wrote about ships that she quotes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was me.
that was a fine theory. Uh,
Oh, thank you.
hmm,
Appreciate it. I
indeed.
I had no idea. She'll kind of like suddenly like you'll see this realization kind of look around the table and be like, I had no idea that Ash was on the ship. That's not I it's just a coincidence. I that's what an opportunity. I mean I I'm a little starstruck right now.
Oh,
Um
that's all right,
but
darling. And that's listen. I just had a little more time in the field. That's all. I got a feeling you're not that far behind.
um yeah,
Yourself still feeling.
well I've studied a bit. Um
I think
had
that's
the
modest.
general education and then, studied myself and it's been a journey, but I like to think that I know something, but obviously not, I mean, like, a lot. Like if there was a scale, you would be up here, my knowledge would be like down here, maybe halfway, but I'm just honored. I
You'll make it that knowledge in no time. It's where your mind's at. It's a little bit intriguing to me. I think that creativity and the way you see some of these arcane mechanics is quite. I think you'll lead us in some interesting directions here.
Yeah, the ship looks pretty amazing from what
Hmm.
I've seen.
She's gonna insight you because it clicks as you say that. Like, oh shit, does she know? Like, does this
Oh,
person
okay.
Sadie know like about this
Okay.
ship because you know about ships? Um. Oh no. Okay. Well, that's a 7 in total. Would you mind? I guess just if you feel like you're letting on anything, like roll your persuasion or
I mean,
deception as
I don't
appropriate. If you need to ask Dan a question,
I yeah.
you definitely bing this ship as something interesting. You might not know exactly what, but it has like all the earmarks of like an actual arcane airship, like
Okay.
from those ancient times. Like it can't
Okay.
be. It's silly. It can't possibly be. But it sure has a lot of the earmarkings. You'd love to look like under the hood.
I'm not sure that she would cover that up though.
Okay,
Like that she knows that.
gotcha. I don't think that the 7's high enough to gauge that just from the combo.
Okay.
Then, so she'll just be like, all right. Anyway, she'll carry a little combo on with you. And well,
Okay.
listen, you careful with your food there, and hate to see a
Okay, yeah.
brilliant mind go to waste on a chicken bone. But you take care. You have any you ever want to sit down and talk shop? Be around.
Oh yeah, yeah, that sounds great. I'll I'll look out for you.
He heads back over to Kip to finish up their meal. Ship travels to Atmos. That's the ship sound now. If y'all have anything you want to do before then, let me know. Otherwise, you safely travel to Atmos. Um, dock, I mean, is a loose term for the word because the docks, the piers here have been really damaged from that massive, all that. So you kind of keep the ship in this hover mode and kind of sort of tether it, and have this extra secured gangplank that's mostly fastened to keep things together. Um, where Bryleth, you all end up on the upper deck there. Bryleth, it's your final goodbye.
Yeah, Bryleth will just go around to everyone and let me put on my furball gears really quick. No, I'm just kidding. Let me switch.
Where are they?
She will just go around to everyone and just give them a hug and just linger on. Probably definitely very teary-eyed. And yeah. Uh
Synestaire
I think
asked you to
that.
wait a moment. Go ahead.
Oh,
If you have anything
okay.
else before you go ahead and
No,
do all
I
you
was just
want.
saying that.
Mhm.
Okay. I was going to say that I think that she probably said everything like the evening
Okay.
before. So this is just kind of a, you know, bye, I love you, I'll keep in touch, sort of
Mhm.
tearful goodbye. Yeah.
Zia would definitely she made some earrings out of some pieces of Carmine's shell that she saved from way back when Carmine was first. I was like, just so you can stay connected a little bit if you ever feel like you need to.
Thank you. She'll give her another hug and put them in her satchel because I don't think her ears are pierced, so she'll have to get.
Oh no, I didn't know. Worst friend of all time.
It's okay.
Here you go.
It's okay. She'll put them, she'll thank you and just like put them in her satchel.
That's
and
gonna be
just...
such an awkward interaction. I love it. Thank you. Thank
Perfect. Awesome. Yeah. Well, Synestaire says, hold on. I think we got another day or two here on the island when turns, to spend a little more time. Bryleth. He turns to everyone else. Bryleth got me thinking. Some of these things make sense. This is, I'm a rock star, and like that's my calling. And yeah, like I've got my own journey here. I've got like Shar on my side, and I'm a Justicar, and I've got a lot of things to pursue. But I feel comfortable enough with y'all to tell you that I love my sister, and I thought they were dead, but I think maybe they're not, and I really want to get back home. And I love y'all, and I won't say that again if anybody asks me, but y'all changed the way I look at the world, and that's saying something. I think part of that change is what's let me realize that I need to do that. But I'm gonna make some beautiful rock ballads about our adventures. So I'm gonna be a superstar here in this world, and you'll hear all about our tales together. Does her little air guitar?
Yeah. Grundy's gonna like reach out, like the buddy hand thing,
Nice.
and
They'll come
and
in
kind of give them a hug,
Yeah.
give Synestaire a hug.
Mhm.
Just be careful out there. Say hi to. Tell your sister that Grundy and Hein say hello. She'll know who I mean.
Got it. Right, you got it. And he'll turn like over to like Cassius next, like you get one, and kind of open up arms like for a hug, like.
Cassius will like snatch Synestaire in real close
Oh yeah.
and say like, had I knew I was gonna lose 2 crew members today, I would have prepared myself better. And he's gonna hold Synestaire for a little extra time and be like, I cannot wait to hear the songs about our adventures. We're gonna play them over a loudspeaker when we figure that out
Nice.
in the future. And then he's gonna let go of Synestaire.
Awesome. Oh, and there'll be like some, the wet eyes and stuff. Synestaire trying to hold that back, and yeah, there's never gonna be a cooler or better captain than any story told. Sir, just does like a salute to you. And kind of goes around, to, well, I guess, Ashavar, and like talks about music and the instruments that they were playing together, keep practicing, hope to jam again, at one point. It's always been fun. And then over to Zia. Yeah. I think Zia, maybe you're one of the harder folks to say goodbye to. You are an interesting person, complex person. But I'm gonna miss the times we had, and I'm definitely making a killer riff about when you turned into that bright angel back in those catacombs and just blew everything out of existence there, those undead creatures. Like, you rock. If there's one thing I want you to take away from this, it's that you rock. So yeah.
Zeal just be like, just don't blow yourself up again.
Looks down at like the the leg and the eye, the milky eyes, like, right. I'll be much more careful.
Be careful.
Probably. We'll go in to give you a hug. And then head over to Bryleth. All right, Bryleth. I know you got the hots for me anyway, so let's go spend a day or two together. You can tell me all about me, and then you can go on about your way.
Okay. We can do that, Synestaire.
The two of them walk down the gangplank to the island. Sadie sort of standing behind you all like, fuck. Like, maybe I'll just tighten these ropes.
A lot of turnover in this group.
Oh no.
I see.
Okay, and you're able to say your goodbyes, and before the ship, disembarks. Let's see. So Kip kind of heads up, as you're like still waving, as they're like also still waving like into the island, into the port building. They finally go out of sight. Kip, all right, that was heartbreaking. But I know we have things to do, in place to go. How should I set course for Glurblglck? Excellent.
I think we shall.
Oh, all right.
Let's get out of here before I stay. Let's go. Cassius kind of like backtracks here. Kind of keep.
Kip trying to whip, like, because it's tough. Oh, all right, everyone, let's get this. Do this. Starts, shouting deck orders and gets up, and the gangplank gets pulled up, and the ship starts doing that back out and kind of whip around, and then the arched, ascent away from the island, and then kicks into high gear on what's probably going to be, let's see, you're going to Glurblglck. That isn't super far from here, but it's still like 3-week journey. Get there. Your ship's just really, it'd be months, but your ship's much faster. It's like 5 times faster than the other ships here. So you take off. You're navigating through the skies. You have, I think Vic is just going to check in. That later that day, you've all had like kind of minds shut down, so you can go into your tasks that you need to do as you set off on a journey, and then again meet in the galley here on the ship and have a nice meal. And Vic will ask, so I know there's not quite that much to do on the journey, but I have everything we need for that next trip into the dream realm. Do you have a day? I can do it as early as tonight, or if you have a different day to pursue it, let me know. We can have a couple more practice runs maybe first. It sounds like practice runs. You'll do a couple practice runs. So Cassius, Grundy, and Ashavar, when there are checks, whether or not you have proficiency in those like wisdom saves or con saves, you get to add your proficiency modifier now because you're proficient with your dreamer's tools. You'll also be able to sometimes affect, again, like create, there's a lock, I want to create a key, and you can do a check to try and create a key. So you can do creative things to try and problem solve stuff in the dream realm outside of your typical stuff. You can manifest things because you have this skill set. Unless there's anything else, you all start to acclimate to having Sadie on the ship. Oh, do you have anything, Cassius? I'm sorry. Or no? Okay, sorry.
Oh no, yeah, no, I was letting you do your thing. I was just nodding.
My bad. You start to acclimate to having Sadie on board. Sadie, you get even a little used to, you can kind of slightly buddy up with Ash if you want a little bit. Talk shop sometimes.
Yeah.
Maybe a week and a half into your 3-week journey go by before Vic feels you're all ready to do this deep dive.
Oh boy.
So Vic will sort of be there on a lunch one day. If we're doing this tonight, there's Cassius, Grundy, and Ashavar. You're all well trained for this. Zia and Sadie, who you've met Vic now. If you two are willing to keep an eye on them while they're in there, you're welcome to go. I can throw in some quick training or do it another night, but if you're willing to stay here, because they're sending their astral selves out, it's a little harder for them to wake up where they're going. And they can be hurt there, and there's a lot of things that can happen. So if the two of you are willing, I think we can clear out a couple of tables here in the galley and set up just some very comfortable beds from crew quarters, the three of them, and just sort of keep a careful eye on them to offer any assistance if we need help and wake them up, or otherwise. You
Yeah.
two feel all right?
Yeah,
I'm up for it.
sounds great.
I mean, Sadie, it hasn't been a long time since you've been here. I don't know if you are ready to get sent to the dream realm. I mean, it's a
No.
big thing, you
Well,
know.
that's what we're not doing, right? We're
Yeah.
helping this way,
Yeah.
so we
Yes.
don't go into the. That's good.
Okay.
My dreams are weird enough without going into a realm of them. So
We'll be sitting not doing much for a while, so I can't
Right.
wait to hear about all of your weird dreams.
yeah.
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 Start thinking of them now. Like get them out
Oh,
there.
I have them. I have them in a journal that I can.
Oh, great.
Yeah,
Great.
I can just flip open.
And you just had that with you when you were escaping the pirates.
Yeah, I keep it in my bag all the
Oh,
time.
okay. Oh, okay.
You don't have a dream journal?
Oh, we don't really have bad dreams, you know, as Mars.
Wait, but what about the good ones? You know. You don't have any?
I have enough good stuff going for me when I'm awake. And she'll kind of like catch Vic's eye in the kitchen.
Can I, Zia, could I ask for a hand? Just,
Yeah.
Oh, I
I'll
got
be right there. I'll
I
be right
got
there.
it. You have a great
he has no
time.
idea that you were just
You're
like
just kind of-
being sweet. He thinks you need it out. So-
Bookmark some things in that dream journal. I want to hear more about those. I've like never
Have a
heard
great
anything about
time.
that.
She'll
Yeah.
give like
I'll be
Sia a
back. I'll be
wink,
back.
like 3 different winks.
Those are their blinks at that point. Yeah. It's more than one. No, I'm just kidding.
Individual,
Yeah.
Dan.
I love it. It's neat. Yeah, so Sadie, awesome with the accent too. Yeah. Yeah. So the galley is made just that way. A couple of the tables, there's only one table left. Vic says that he's going to get them to the way station, then he's coming out of the dream to make food and kind of like be there to watch Zia and Sadie, for snacks and helping whatever. Yeah, the three of you, Grundy, Cassius, and Ashavar, he tells you, like take the rest of the day, hydrate, eat up, don't overeat, don't eat anything that's gonna make your tummies upset, or otherwise, that you're gonna be out for this. And thankfully, as the evening comes to be, sunny day gives way to a nice, beautiful, soft patch. Perfect for 3 beds are set with the headboards up against the wall of the galley that leads out into the hallway between the 2 doors, where you can enter and exit the galley. Let's see. Yeah, and you go through the usual process. You don't need the heat for this. This is a bit of a different process. It's a different sort of paint that you put on your faces, and you have a tea prepared, made from different herbs that Vic has been mulling and working on for the evening. This puts you in sort of like a deep meditative trance, and your astral self is projected to, there's a focus, a token of the dream realm. Vic has some, for different realms. It's part of a little, is like ritual kit that he has, and this one's for the dream realm to focus you all there, your astral selves. Right. So now, of course, it should hopefully go well, and we'll all be back. And we've, but if you have anything you'd like to share or say before we go, please do share it now. All right. Otherwise, we'll get underway. I'll join you for the first part, and I'll pull up a chair and kind of like put it backwards and lean on the rest and drink the tea. Have out the tea and rest comfortably, same as before. Just and he starts putting you through some guided meditation. The tea, and you all fall unconscious. 3 of you, and Vic. After the 3 of you, you find yourselves once again, one by one, appearing in woods. This time, it feels like late summer woods, early fall, where some of the leaves are the foliage is just starting to change color. And one by one, you're walking down your own trails, and you find one another as the trail widens and joins, before ultimately finding Vic. Oh, all right, we made it. Well, this place is certainly different every time, different season. But let's find ourselves, we'll find our way to the way station. And once again, come across an opening in the woods with a single building there. It looks like almost an identical tavern to the last time. Some of the stuff in the front yard, a couple trees are different. Some tools, wheelbarrows out here that wasn't there before. But you all head in. Once again, you step through the door, and it's like the entire space has changed. You're inside the tavern, and that's all you're perceiving. But it is dead quiet. You don't see all but 2 or 3 people, patrons, in the tavern. Oh, well, that's fairly quiet. But let's, I think, Ashavar, you said that your guide said to speak with the tavern keep here, the tavern keep, and ask about that intransigent dream. So you're all here safely. Remember the things I taught you, and I'm gonna wake up. Don't forget the tricks on how to wake up. This is important. We get this, but if things get really bad, it might be worth waking up and maybe trying again another time versus dying here. Your soul can die here because that's what we're talking to each other's souls right now. And the soul death, the spirit death, sure, your body stays alive for a while, but will ultimately fail as a can you eat or drink or other ways. It gives people some time in case we, to bring you back, but we're also in the middle of travel. So just be careful and weigh out your decisions carefully. I hate to see anyone, if you feel like you're about to die in here, that's a very real concern. So just be careful. All right, but I believe in you all. Look what we've made through so far. So let's save this terrible, frightening nightmare monster. And help another soul. Right, best of luck to you all. Heads out. Tavern door closes. And then, you're all sort of standing near-ish the bar listening to Vic, and the tavern keep is behind you. Oh, hello. Human gentleman, giant bar mustache, maybe late 30s or so, like brownish, reddish, giant mustache, like Ned Flanders, but a little chonkier in the face. Well, I'm glad to have you all here. You don't seem like the regular dreamers. Maybe you're, just projecting yourselves, or I don't know. I can't quite get a ping on you. But please pull up a seat. Where are you all headed tonight?
We were told to talk to you about finding our way to the recurring dream, or lack of a better term, I forgot the actual name, but I know that it's a
yeah.
recurring dream.
Mm-hmm.
Intransigent dream.
Yes.
Right. Oh, well, there's quite a few. There's one pretty close. I guess yeah, sure. I mean, it sounds like you know what you're doing. So yeah, listen, if you head out the back door, there's two paths, splits left and right. Take that right path. And just have any of you ever been to, say, like a wizard's tower? All right. Well, a bit of a interesting places though. Just keep that thought in mind. That'll guide you to the dream you need to go. Probably a 15-20 minute walk down that path, but relatively smooth, I think. Not too many dreamers here tonight, as you can see, so a little less of the unexpected tonight. You picked a good night.
This doesn't happen often. Is this something that rarely happens or never happens, with there being not this many dreamers here? The
Oh,
last time we were here, it was packed.
yeah. No, it depends. It was just a pretty busy night last night. Sometimes there's the way station is many places at once. If you were here the other night, then you were probably just matched up with an area that that server was full. Like you logged into a game where that server's really full. But tonight you got paired up with one that's pretty new and doesn't have that many people yet. It can ebb and flow as the night goes on. So time is good right now. Stay on the path.
Okay. Yeah, I guess we stay on the path. Not much for us to do here, let's make our way there. Ready to
You
go
sure you
then?
don't want another pink lemonade?
Oh, absolutely not. Never again, actually. Things got really weird after I had some. Nah.
Kind of manifest a little coin and I put it on the bar. Did a drink the other night. Excellent.
Nice. Sorry, can you take that for a sec? So
Lead the way, Captain.
Right. Well, you head out and you follow that. You remember which path it was, left or right?
Right.
Yep.
That's first thing in the dream rally.
Ah.
I have my notebook.
Oh no.
I have Grundy notebook.
Nice. All right, and so, thank you, by the way, Billy. So you all head out and do just that, and walking down that path. Can I ask the three of you to make perception checks, please?
I got a 10.
And Grundy?
I got an 18.
There we go.
All right. Cassius, you're fine. You're walking down, things seem a-okay. You're staying on the path carefully, and you know it's going to be, 10, 20 minutes, whatever, walking. Yes, everything's perfectly. Grundy, you don't see anything, but you swear that every so often you hear a really loud sound. Just here and there. And then it kind of
Yeah.
fades away when you start listening. You're like, okay. All right. And it's just back to birds and crickets and stuff. You walk. Meanwhile, as the three of you are navigating down this path, back on the ship, already like an hour and a half has gone by. Time plays very differently. Yeah, Sadie, Zia, you two, get the chat. Vic has returned. The rain has picked up a bit. It's turned from that soft patter to a rather heavy rain now. Yeah, let's see. No thunder or lightning. It's not like anything like that. It's just a nice heavy yeah. And you're waiting. Everyone seems to be actually make a perception check, Sadie and Zia, if you would, as you're kind of keeping an eye out over the three folks.
I got a 10.
Nice. You know what I'll do? All right, and Sadie?
My mic was muted. 21.
Oh, okay. All right. 21. Okay. They both seem to be in really good condition. Heart rate, breathing, everything you might be checking. Okay. A little room for some, awkward conversation, or maybe you're both reading books or something, whatever you want to do.
So tell me more about these dream journals.
And the two of you go on about dream journals for a bit. Back in the dream realm, Cassius, Grundy, and Ashavar are continuing on. You've been on here for about 30 minutes, which is a little longer than you were expecting to be on this path. Grundy, that droning still seems to continue on. Ashavar and Cassius don't seem to hear it at all. They haven't said anything about it anyway.
No, but now that it's recurring, I'm actually gonna tap Cassius on the shoulder.
Hey, what's going on, Grundy? What you need?
Don't know if I'm the only one that hears this, but there has been a very persistent buzzing sound that kind of fades in and out, but I keep hearing it. And I thought it was my imagination at first because we did go into this knowing that sometimes things will be odd, tweaking with our perceptions, but I could have sworn I heard buzzing.
I didn't hear any buzzing personally. We'll take that into account, though. I mean, I don't know. The dream world has been a strange place, and we've not been here very, very often. That's the furthest away we've been from the tavern. So, yeah, I'll definitely keep that in mind. Thank you, Grundy.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye on our rear just in case.
Okay, and I'll keep going ahead.
Nice. Ashavar will be snug and safe in the middle, where Ashavar likes to hang usually. Nice. Let's see. May I ask for? I'm sorry. What was do you recall what your perception check was, Cassius? This last one.
It was 10.
Okay, you can stick with that, or you're welcome to do a fresh one if you want.
I will do a fresh one because who knows?
Yeah, neat.
It might be worse though. Let's find out. It's a little bit better. I have a 12.
12.
Tiny bit better.
So I'll give you, because it was a little bit better, you don't notice it in time, but I will give you a dexterity savings throw to make, please.
Oh, I like it. Let's do it. Right now?
Yeah, yep, because you didn't quite catch it.
It's a dirty 20. I hope that's DC.
Oh, that's plenty for this. This is just one of those quick shifts of the dream realm. You turn back after saying that to look forward instead of the path that was there a moment ago. It is a yellow wall slanted at maybe like a 45-degree angle. It seems to come out of the ground. Rather, it's maybe 15 feet wide. It's lower on the left side because the top is slanted down. It seems to come up out of the ground about 12 feet. It's just a slanted kind of wall. There's sort of an edge, like a hexagonal pattern, to like hexagonal almost cylinders that are kind of grouped together here. You want to? What would you like to do? You want to investigate?
Cassius will be, whoa,
Hmm.
was that there the whole time, or was I just walking into that? Just and then yes, Cassius will investigate.
Okay.
Will that require an investigation roll?
This one's pretty straightforward. There's in fact several of them around now. You're not in a path.
Oh.
You're out in an open green section of the forest. There's woods off in the distance, but it's an open green area, short grass. There's 4 or 5 of these cylinder walls, different heights, different widths. You walk around the one that you're on, and you find that the top of these cylinders is open, and it looks like a number of cylindrical, I mean, these hexagonal sort of shaped tubes that are all grouped up next to one another in these groupings that sort of form this wall. And again,
Oh,
hear the buzzing. You hear it now, Cassius. I'm just going to send a thing in the Discord for you both. As this is what unfolds before your eyes. Turn around to check the buzz, and you see these are in fact honeycomb structures or wasp nest structures sticking out.
Oh no.
And wasps,
Not the bees.
giant
Not the
wasps. Each would be maybe a little taller than, Grundy. They're about your height from
okay.
curled under the stinger. Yeah, wings spread. You count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of them in this area. And I'm going to switch back over to the ship as the 3 of you are sort of like, pause. Like, the buzzing manifested. Zia and Sadie, because you had such good, with your checks from before, you can tell there's a little bit of like a jostle, like a knee jerk, like when something's falling asleep, you're like, you jerk quickly, and their heart rate's rising a little. Been another like 2 hours out here. The rain is now a torrential rain pouring down on the exterior of the ship. Wind whipping. No thunder, no lightning, just a heavy rainstorm. A lot of wind.
Who else is in the room? It's me, Zia, and someone else with
Vic.
them. Vic.
Mhm.
Vic. Oh yeah. Right. That was. Well, are they supposed to be doing that?
Let's check.
They're looking a little. It looks like they're. I mean, I'm not gonna. I mean, how can I put this? I've seen people kind of. I've seen someone have a heart attack before, and that it kind of looks like they might. They're fine.
Checking
right?
their heart rate. I think they just had a bit of a scare, perhaps.
Okay.
But they seem to be all right. Their heart rate's elevated a bit, but steady, strong.
Well, they must be dreaming about something good.
All right. I mean, listen, it's the realm of dreams, right?
That's what you write down in your journal.
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I see
these
what
are-
you're saying. I see
These
what
are
you're
the
saying.
ones.
These are the ones. Yeah.
Nice. Yep. It becomes sort of a jovial moment. Yeah. As gosh, I just rain sounds, and thank you. That'll do. That's not really heavy rain, whatever. But here you go, Zoom. Some pretend heavy rain. It's maybe like 3 times hard now. It's a torrential rain. If I put that. So, but no, I don't want a thunderstorm. Man, people are so picky on here. I'm on YouTube. The tubes. All right, this is a little bit better. Sorry, I'm just going to link you another one because I like having the scene set. It becomes sort of a jovial moment instead. And you'll get a little bit of a laugh out of it. Where are we? There's. Is everything okay, Steph?
Yeah, I just got a weird commercial. It's fine.
Oh, speaking of the dreams, yeah. What is this? Yeah, and they seem to be fine. There's a sound outside of the torrential rain that always accompanies the ship. Anytime it's flying, there's this beautiful to the arcane engines, which in this moment sputters and stops. And you feel for a moment your stomachs lurch. Grundy, Cassius, and Ashavar lift off the bed about a half a foot before the ship kicks in its like extra gravitational thing. They land comfortably back in the beds. The three of you awake in the room, fall back. You know, you come off the ground like a foot and a half before landing. And the rain is now a different direction out of the portholes because you were descending directly down like a rock out of the sky.
Oh, shit. We need to. There needs to be someone. Is there someone paddling this?
We'll get a hold of Kip real quick and Ash too.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we're gonna be putting your skills to the test, so yeah, I hope you're ready. Sadie.
Kip is like, hurry, the attention of Weber. Shit, I don't know who to. Great, I'm doing the best I can. I don't know what happened. The engine's cut out. There's really no room for gliding on this. Ash. You hear Ash? Whew, I'm heading down to the below decks. We're going to take a look at that machine, figure out what's going on. The engine's down there. Sadie, give me a hand. Come on down. Meet me down here, and says where to meet.
She'll like call in. She'll be like, "I need to go."
Yes.
And she'll like hurriedly, like excitedly, like run out of the room,
Nice.
almost like skidding as she like turns the corner.
Nice. And the ship is like, you know, diving, so the gravity's doing its best to keep you all tethered to the ground, oriented as you know, perpendicular to the floor. But every so often, like you take a step and you just go up a foot, you know, like turbulence, or suddenly you'll slide and you'll tip half a foot this way or a foot and a half the other way, and there's a pressure slowly building. Frozen. Did you make it down to where Ash is? Right, well, down here, we're going to take a look. You take the left side engine, I'll take the right. We'll start troubleshooting and figure out what cut out. Shit, do the look. Keep calm. Take a second with me. Okay. Keep calm. All right, we probably have about 30 seconds before we hit the Omega Sea, so let's go.
Okay, all right.
Race of races.
Yeah. So just go over to wherever she pointed her and just do what she needs to do.
Go ahead and make an investigation check, Sadie, as you begin. I'm going to have you do it at disadvantage because of the ancient deck, but the DC is set because you have knowledge in this.
I rolled the same thing.
Oh, nice. Okay. While you're doing that, Z, what do you want to do?
There's really not much Zia knows about the technical stuff, so she's probably going to be trying to help Vic weigh down the beds.
Nice.
So they're not like floating up in the air.
Nice. All right, let's get some extra blankets. We'll kind of tie them gently.
Yeah.
Down to their beds, or Vic, right?
Or less gently, right. You know, tight enough.
Right. Okay, and the two of you start doing that. Sadie, what did you get with your investigation check?
That's a 13.
13. All right, let's roll for Ash. Okay. Currently, in the first, for this first 30 seconds, it's a mystery. Your backtracking systems, it is just off. Both engines are in the same condition. And you're going through, like, while you're investigating, you're also both of you are running through in your respective engines, the reboot procedure. You get all the way through, like, you're like 25 seconds, 5 seconds for the Omega curtain, you get through the reboot sequence, just sputters out again. And outside the little portholes for Zia and Vic, where you can see, you watch the rainy sky turn into the black clouds of the Omega Sea as you fall below the surface of the Omega Sea. Still falling, the pressure pushing in, even further on your ears. The sound of rain disappears, and there's an eerie silence now that looms over all of you. Vic just kind of doesn't even say anything. He just finishes kind of tying and looks up at you as he's like finishing tying this off with a look like, I don't know what's going to happen, but I really care about you. It's like the look he's giving. Like,
If you really cared about me, you wouldn't have been talking to that ghost person or whoever the heck that was in that dream.
Oh no! Here we
cannot
go.
wait.
I'm kidding. She doesn't know about that. She doesn't know about that because it shared it yet.
he would have absolutely shared right away. I think he's a sweetheart.
Oh, sure
Yeah.
he would have. Sure he would. Not to break a very tense situation.
That's funny.
See, it would be like, kind of like, don't look at me like that. We're going to be fine. We're going to make it out of this. We always make it out of this, okay? We have to be okay because we have to be back up when Bryleth is ready to rejoin us.
You're right. You're right. Just cinches Cassius down a little tighter maybe than he intended initially. He's nervous now. But Cassius and Grundy and Ashavar are safely secured to the beds in a comfortable way. Sadie, Ash looks over. Well, are you having any luck at all? You are still working on this.
I don't know. We had any luck, Dan?
No, nothing currently. This is our
Okay.
first
No.
season.
No. I'm having a little trouble, but I'm trying to figure it out. But there's a learning curve. I haven't been able to get anything yet.
Okay. Oh,
Ash.
Right? Yep. Nothing over here, I'm afraid. Let's go through. Listen, let's vent all the systems, right? We'll do a true reboot of this. Vent everything. It's going to take some extra time, but think back to you. And she lists a couple of older systems that the technology is obviously based on, and gives you some clue-ins. Like, think in this system, think in this, and that right, and that might make the controls make a little more sense. But vent everything, and I think we'll load the chambers with a small bubble of arcane energy to sort of like extra prime it. And I know it's a little dangerous, but that'll give it that extra kick. Hopefully, it won't blow anything. But I think we're in now. Starts sliding down. Realize why. You hear skittering sounds on the outside of the hull of the ship.
What's that?
Oh, shit. I think we fell through the sea. All right, let's get to work. Mine's to it. Sadie, this is a trouble.
Okay. All right.
Go ahead and make a fresh, I'll say either an investigation check to kind of process all of that, or, oh my gosh, what else could you use here? If not an investigation check, it really isn't much. I guess you could try a performance check if you wanted to, but really I think investigation check's probably the way to go, or Arcana. Any of those. Not really Arcana. I guess that doesn't really fit. Investigation or performance, as you're like, how well can you perform this task?
Okay. They're all the same number, so all
Yeah.
right.
Oh my gosh, she got the same number.
That's 14 for investigation.
Okay. All right. So you are like using your investigation to go through, better understand these controls, and you are in fact able to vent the systems. It's another 45 seconds that you and Ash are working on this, and you're able to vent the systems. She's able to vent the systems, and you are able to extra prime, like you get this extra bubble of arcane energy past the buffers, past the safety protocols, and you're ready to ignite your engine, or try to. You stand back a little bit because you know if this goes wrong, it's an explosion in your face.
Yeah.
You hear on the other side, Ash hit the button, pull the lever, hit another 3 buttons. You know that's the ignition sequence. Nothing. But Ash is like, shit. Go ahead and give yours a shot. Are you going to go ahead and try and do yours? Or you...
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, you got a 14, you said?
Yeah.
A 14. The arcane hum resumes on your single engine.
Oh.
Look, do you have luck? Oh,
Yes,
listen to
Ash,
that
we
sing-
got it.
Oh,
We got it.
all right. And Ash tells Kip, puts everyone. All right, we got one engine up. Kip, try and do what you can. I'm going to be working on this other one. Sadie, come over here, give me a hand.
You got it. I'm coming over.
All right. Do you want to do your own investigation roll on this one, or do you want to give Ash advantage?
I'll give Ash advantage.
Okay. All right. Shit, that's even worse. All right, that's cocked. I really wish I... Oh, there we go. It's even better. Okay. So the two of you start working on this other arcane engine. Zia, you're hearing the same noises up top. Little children giggles and la-la-las and shit outside of the hull of the ship. There's portholes up on the sides there. You just see Black currently looking out them.
Zia is gonna use her her sunblade to kind of create a little bit of light and walk up slowly to one of the portholes.
Nice. Yeah, you do, and Vic's like really thankful because Vic doesn't do well with ghosts outside of Charles and Charlie. And he's worried it's ghosts. But yeah, you go up and the light illuminates what's become really dark inside the ship. And it's so bright on the inside of the glass of the portal that it shines your reflection really bright as you approach. And you get, close enough to look out and you just see wisps of clouds. It's dark black clouds. And some is closer to grays, others are the really dark, like obsidian blacks. And as you're peering out and you're kind of trying to look through your reflection, there's glints of this the light shining and the obscuring. It's easier to see a reflection every few seconds. And as your reflection kind of fades for a minute with some lighter clouds and becomes dark again, you see a twisted visage of your face for just a second before it flickers back to your normal reflection. Enough to give you a tiny start.
Vic, I
I
think we need to get out of here.
Right. Let me see if I can. I don't want to go up deck. Let me see what I can do from down here first. And you feel some of the engine pick up, and like it's stopping the descent, but it's a lot of energy to get out of this, so it's sort of keeping you in that level.
And then she'll check in with Kip just to make sure nobody was above deck when we hit.
Right. You don't hear back from Kip.
Ah, great. Vic,
Hey.
I'm not hearing back from Kip.
All right, I'm going up. I'll tie myself off.
No, you stay here. You stay here. Make sure they're okay. You're the one who understands, like, the dream realm way better than I do. And they might need you if they get stuck. I'll go ahead and head up.
All right.
Should Will contact Eden and Guardian if they're available?
Okay. Yep. Both of them.
Eden, at the very least, should not only be safe, but able to disappear in an instant if necessary, because it's so dark.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh,
This is home.
yeah.
Darkness.
I think the
There is
3 of
no
us will
minute.
slowly head up.
Okay. All right. I think that Eden will suggest roping one another to one another and tethering to something on the ship if you're heading up above deck, so you can't be pulled away.
Sounds good.
Nice. I'm down below. Sadie and Ash managed to. All right, ready? I'm on mark. We do this at the same time. No explosion, no
Got it.
explosion. 3, 2, 1. You both hit the button. Engine fires back up,
Oh,
and you feel yourselves ascending. That pressure that's become crippling. You didn't realize it. It's almost difficult to think at this moment. Starts letting off as you descend. Zia, you head up with Eden and Guardian, the two of them experts in this, in any form of darkness. You make a quick investigation check above board as you are trying to find Kip.
23.
Nice, nice. I'll add Sadie as you and Ash are probably celebrating and stuff. You kind of look up at the walls behind Ash and see like a sticky red substance leaking from the seams, throwing down.
oh, Ash, what is that? Is that part of the ship?
No,
Did
no,
your
that
ship
certainly isn't.
bleed?
Is that? It doesn't usually bleed. Let's just get up and see what's going on upstairs, right?
Okay. All right.
Fuck, all right. Get out of here. Get out of here. As the two of you are walking out, there's a bit of a blast from some of the piping here that strikes across the back of Ash, kind of knocking them off to the side. They don't seem to be super hurt, but it's sort of like scorched open the back. You can see like it burnt through the back of her shirt a bit, and there's some scorch marks on the back. You see some of the other wounds of things, that she recently went through. What do you want to do as you see her knocked over?
Well, she will help her up as soon as she can, and just she won't say anything about seeing it. Like she'll just help her up to her feet, or help them to their feet. And you okay? You
That stinks! Get me the hell out of here! Yeah,
okay,
wait,
come on,
just make
let's
sure
go.
the pop-in. All right, that's fine. Let me just and turns off a valve and redirects it. Get upstairs. Meanwhile, Zia, with that incredible roll, the three of you navigate your way. You come out of the stairwell, and you know Kip was just up above by the steering thing. That's where she usually is. You make your way up and find Kip clinging for dear life, buckling with the sort of a second belt she usually wears. She took it off and ran it through her initial belt to like tether herself to the rail here. Frightened as fuck, and like who's so yeah. Thank you. Oh, God, get me the hell out of here, please.
Calm down. It's gonna be okay. Okay. Don't untie yourself. We're gonna tie you onto us first. We'll make sure that you're secure, and then we'll untie you from the steering wheel. Okay?
All right. I trust. Okay.
Take your time. Keep aware of what's around you. Okay? While I'm handling the tying, you, Guardian, and Eden need to take aware. There's some stuff here. We just need to be careful.
Okay. All right. and you're able to tie that off pretty easily. There's three of you doing this. They're not really going to do rolls. You get Kip secured. Kip shakingly undoes the other belt, like a little nervous too, but trusts in you, and kind of runs over and just like grabs you by the waist once she's undone. All right, I'm ready. As the three of you, or the four of you, on this upper deck, up by the steering column, have a bird's eye view here of the ship coming up out of the Omega Sea. the sea itself sort of swelling below you, but not grabbing for you like it has in the past. The ship escaping the gravity of the Omega Sea and rising, rising, rising. The three of you also notice a person lying on their back on the deck of your ship.
Well, that's not, stowaway?
Well, sorry, Sadie,
Oh, wait.
you're still downstairs. This is
where
the,
is this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
it's okay.
I'm
It's
sorry.
Zia, Guardian, and Kip, and Eden. Right up
Okay.
there.
We are free of the Omega Sea, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So Zia is going to make sure that Kip is still tied and tell Eden to take Kip down because Kip is like definitely
Yes.
traumatized from this.
Yes. Yes.
Want to get below deck as soon as possible. Guardian, come with me. Let's go check this out. This person might have been stuck in the sea for a while.
Oh, right.
Okay, when we'll check pulse, we'll check kind of just like, you know, when you like open their eyes and make sure they're moving around. Zia will use like the sunblade kind of make sure the eyes are something.
They seem unconscious. They're humanoid. They look elven adjacent. Long white hair. This not quite robotic, but more like an arcane prosthetic right arm. It kind of looks like the shape of an arm, but made of glass and full of like moving arcane energy, like metal strips around it that hold it in place. Their skin is blue, like they haven't breathed in a long time.
Okay.
But there's a heartbeat.
There is a heartbeat. Okay. Is it slow? Is it fast? Is it normal?
It's slow but rising.
Okay. Guardian, you've got some pretty big lungs, right?
I've been told so.
Great. I think this might be one of those times where you you share a little. Do you know how to do mouth to mouth?
Does Guardian shoot? Yeah, I'm familiar. Yes.
I mean, I don't know if you've ever resuscitated animals during your time in the.
I've yes, resuscitated many creatures when they need it. I am a guardian.
At the word mouth to mouth, her eyes flash open.
Mm-hmm.
That's necessary.
Oh my god! And like, she's gonna like, kind of move back a little bit. Are they still blue? Like.
Still blue.
You should not be able to talk with the lack of oxygen.
Oxygen? I don't.
Yeah.
I'm breathing quite fine. I can reassure you.
Oh, okay. Can you like walk in a line while touching your nose?
As if though I've been drinking? Well, I suppose.
New person, I'll just let you know you've woken on an arcane airship. This is what you accounted for. However, the sea's still there. You see below you, which is a little odd. Pouring rain out here, but you can still see this flooded sea below. So maybe not quite according to plan.
She does like very quickly kind of, you know, with a stranger asked of her, and then kind of like walks over to the edge and peers down. So the ship, it looks
What's great? I can't help but notice. I thought that when I woke back up again, it would be because everything would have been handled. But the
Everything would have
scene
been
is
handled.
still- Well, yes, I just assumed that once I was found, this and gestures towards the Omega Sea would be gone. We had a bit of a mishap. It was more than mishap, quite frankly, tragic. I just we did all we could. I assumed solutions would be found.
Who's we?
That's my colleagues, my scientists. We were going to get rid of the captain, but it didn't quite go to plan.
Okay. Dan, are we still like rising? Like
Yes,
pretty
steadily
consistently?
rising. It's set. The Kip's last direction was GTFO away from the curtain, so it's like it's still trying to do that until someone tells it otherwise.
Okay. Z's gonna message Vic real quick.
Oh, sorry. What's it? Oh, sorry.
Vic.
Hey.
Is there any way to like send information into the dream realm?
No.
Okay. You probably should have asked Cassius, who was captain while he's away.
Wait.
We have another not a stowaway,
What?
but kind of one.
Wait.
Says that the Omega Sea shouldn't be here unless something went very wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like we should maybe give them. Are they threatening you or anyone?
Hello. Just curious. Like, you're not like a threat to us or like anyone.
I mean, I don't see a reason to be.
Okay, but like you could be. Hypothetically.
Hypothetically, but I wouldn't. Not unless you were looking to fight.
Oh, wait. Does that mean you have weapons on you?
She'll reach into her bag and like pull out her staff, and think to herself, and then pull out the whip. Got these. Do you need them?
Zia's just gonna message to Vic. So she says that she could be if she wanted to be, and then pulled out a staff and a whip.
Oh. Well, I guess if it defend yourself, do I need to come up?
I don't think so.
Right. I mean, let's, I guess, ask some questions, unless they're looking to faint. I can make another meal.
Let's make another meal. Let's do that.
All right.
So, are you hungry?
Oh, it's imagine it's been a few years, hasn't it? I could really use something to eat, I reckon.
Yeah. What is the last thing you remember before?
Oh, no, that's not quite a nice memory.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's reasonable questions, right? Sorry, does this mean to say you didn't mean to come across me? You didn't? I just assumed with with the
No,
Tempest,
we
this
fell.
is on purpose.
We fell, and then as we were coming back up, you were here, unconscious.
Oh. So I was a part of a scientific magic kind of group. We were researching a way to get rid of the Omega Curtain. We thought we could push it back. I done all the research. It had taken years, and we thought we had done it, and then suddenly, out of nowhere, it collided, and next thing you know, the squadron's flooding, and we had all but minutes to spare to try and save everything around it. Cities flooding.
So I will say, like, you don't, not to, sorry, drag you out of that obviously not so great memory. You seem kind of familiar with this type of ship.
Well, of course. Yeah, everyone knows of these ships, don't they? How to build these.
I mean, I'm not a historian. Unfortunately, our resident historian is on sabbatical.
History. This was but only a few years, wasn't it? Barely history.
This is ancient technology, is what they call it. I mean, I don't know if that's hundreds or thousands of years, but it's definitely somewhere in that range, more or less.
Surely not. Thousands?
Potentially. I mean, I'm really bad with numbers and probably not the person you want to talk to. And she'll message Ash. Ash, you know, like, science and history and stuff like that, right? Like that kind of stuff. Yeah. Do you have the ability to come up to the deck anytime soon? I know you've been really busy down there, but
I got myself hurt. I think Miss Sadie can maybe help me come up. I'm all right, but
oh no, we'll come down. We'll come down, and
all right.
Zia's gonna just ask her, would you be okay meeting somebody else who might know a little bit more? I'm sorry, I never really was formally educated, so our engineer probably could. Yeah, she might have some more exact answers.
Do you head below decks? The Guardian as well, and Guardian a little sad that there wasn't a fight, but you head down and you all kind of meet up, maybe back around the galley by the time Sadie and actually Sadie, on the way up the stairs, I imagine you're helping Ash.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, Ash just says she needs to stop in her room. After that, just quickly dress the wound and replace her shirt since it got torn.
Sure, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you. Just be a minute. She goes in and does that, like, cleans it up real quick. Trying to be in a hurry, gets a new shirt on, and all right, thank you. Would you mind if I just leaned on you for a bit? Head over to the galley.
Of course.
Yeah,
you. Absolutely. I'll do what you need to do. Just lean. Yeah, there you go.
I appreciate it. You head over to the galley. You all meet back up in the galley. If anyone, so I know the new person's asked, what year it is. If any of you need to know that, let me know, and I'll tell you what it is.
Yeah.
2 A's
I don't know.
I'll wait until we get there and then let me know.
Great.
Okay, so you all have arrived. New person, you kind of walk into this galley. You see 3 people strapped to beds with sheets and bedding. just like out cold. And you see the sort of Goliath creature Vic that's there, like watching over them, and like he looks so scared right now. He's looking up. Like,
Is Sadie there too, or
yeah,
we all
sorry,
have
everyone
Lee
else
still?
is there. Sadie's
Okay.
there. Mhm.
Oh, a new person I haven't met before. Hi, I'm Sadie. Um, yeah, don't mind the beds. They're just visiting the dream realm. Um, just having a
So
good
that's
time.
not a normal activity here, because I would not like to participate just yet.
No, no, it's no. I don't think it's a normal activity. Yeah. Anyways, oh, what's going on?
Hi, you needed us? Ash sits down. Chair.
Oh, here, there. Yeah,
Okay.
just I'll get like Sadie. There's like a pillow. There's something like
Mm-hmm.
anywhere. She'll kind of like put it behind and like
Thank you.
there you go. Yeah.
Zia, did you needed us for something historical?
Yeah. So I met this person uh on on the deck after we were, when we came back up, and she had some interesting questions about the world, and I don't really have good answers to those questions.
But you fall out of the sky?
Well, no, I think we fell
We fell out of the
under
sky.
and then came up. So we fell, I don't know.
So you came from the water.
Yes.
Oh. Well, there you go.
I had just assumed that this was on purpose. I was under the impression. No, I take it.
No.
I just want to know what's going on. I thought that by the time that I would be brought back, the sea would be gone. That would be taken care of. That my mistake would be learned from it, and
The Omega Sea would be gone.
well, yes,
Sweetheart, I think the Omega Sea is a little too big to just get rid of.
But I spent my entire life research, and I was trying to get rid of the curtains. And
Sadie,
what year is this?
when you came to the ship,
yeah,
how would you describe the ship in relationship to our current, time period?
Well, it's old. It seemed been older than what I could tell. I mean, honestly, so I will say that one thing that drew me to the ship was that it did look a bit ancient, a bit, quite a bit older than other ships, but also older but advanced, which is weird. And so that's what kind of made me be like, oh, maybe I should go on that ship than the others.
Yeah, Ash, how long would you estimate ago that this ship was like created?
I mean, we lost track of all those sorts of. There's really a lot of different theories on it. It's, I mean, minimum 500 years, but a lot of folks think it's longer than that. Sorry, did I hear you right? I'm sorry, what is your name, ma'am?
Alana, 11 Nevermore.
All right, well, I'm Ash. Pleasure to meet you. Did I hear you wrong, or did you ask what year it is?
Yes, what year?
All right, so it sounds like you lost some time. Well, it is year 1313 in the era of Cappadocia.
It's not really the time to joke. What does that even mean?
All right, maybe use the Dragonborn calendar. It is the Dragonborn year of 5732.
No, that can't be right.
I can
This
assure
is how
you.
you treat your guests. Most disrespectful.
I mean, with all the respect I can muster, with my back burned and the day we've been having, it is most assuredly the Dragonborn year 5732. Sorry if that feels a little bit difficult to. May I ask, well, if you've been lost down there for some time, how long you been lost? What year are you from? What's the last year you remember? Oh, sweet back.
It was 2023 is the dragon calendar.
I'm sorry.
Oh, the year.
2023. That is 3,709 years ago.
She falls to her knees.
Oh,
I don't.
I'm gonna.
How happened?
And with
Look,
that,
medallion.
we'll end tonight's session. Sorry, because I know we were running late, but the
That's
what the
good.
hell
Yeah.
happened is a good drop point.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you,
That's
players.
so rough.
Ooh, yo,
That
poor girl got
sucks.
isekai'd. Wow.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. Well, lots of stuff happened tonight. We had ourselves
That's
a bit of
just
rodeo.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord, we picked up another one.
Yeah. So the boss is joining us, viewers. Yay!
Yay!
Alana with your super cool arcane prosthetic arm and other fun stuff. Love it. Oh my goodness, I'm just not spotting any folks to raid. So tonight instead we'll just kind of wrap. We're late anyway, right? Viewers, thank you so much for hanging out. Oh, Daniel Lance, thank you for your sub. Oh, you're so sweethearts, Daniel Lance. Thank you, appreciate you. Viewers, thank you all for hanging out with us. You've been watching our Saturday night campaign, a Sky Pirate campaign, and Extremis. Get us every Saturday night, 10 p.m. to 1 a.m. Eastern. Plenty of other content in the stream. Come if you had fun, consider giving a follow. You can catch up with some of our other D&D sessions, D&D games, campaigns across the week. But I hope we'll at least catch you here next week, where you can find out like what the fuck's going on. There's some secret whispers I sent to some people that blow some stuff up in the background that no one even knows about yet, except the people I sent them to. There's Ilana that appeared after crashing into. Oh, ESP, that's so sweet. Thank you so much for the raid. Thank you. We just wrapped. We ran a little late. We had Ilana just joined us and a character shift tonight. Said goodbye to Bryleth and hello to Sadie. Lots of mystery. Ilana appearing on the top deck of the ship after diving into this deep, roiling, the black clouds of the Omega Sea with all these Lovecraftian horrors down there. Returning with Ilana, Sadie, and Ash getting the engines kicked back in so you can escape. Zia and Vic tying down our dreamers as our dreamers Cassius, Grundy, and Ashavar are stuck in the dreamscape right now, facing off against giant wasps. These things freak me out so much painting these.
Yeah.
I'm deathly allergic, so they like really freak me out when I see like no. But it was fun painting. Check in next week. Catch us if you want. Had fun. Consider giving us a follow and see what our Sky Pirates do. Grundy, Cassius, and Ashavar are going to do with the wasps and what this intransit dream is going to entail. Why Wizard's Tower? What's going on? So many questions, so many answers. Thank you again so much, ESP, for the raid. You're so sweet, and we hope to catch you again soon. We'll give you a shout out. Well, so take care, everyone. Have a lovely night. Catch you all soon.